All right, welcome to the Haters Ball. It's your boy Dumb It Down. I'm here with my older brother, the old Baldy,
Yeah, what up? What up?
and my younger brother, Ja Wick, Chapter 2. And we here, we skipped a week and we back with the Haters Ball here for you guys. And we're going to start off, jump right into this NBA playoffs.
Hmm.
We're recording right now. What's the score right now in the Miami Celtics game right now, Bryson?
I got you. I got you. Let me see. I'll give you live up to date 89 to 58 in the third quarter.
89-58. We were gonna wait, but that game's over already. So that series over already. So what y'all thoughts on this conference finals series that we got going on? You want to start, Preston?
Yeah. I knew the Heat were gonna destroy the Celtics. I think the worst of the Celtics. Um, the Heat should have beat them last year in Game 7. Jimmy went for the win in 3 instead of for the tie in 2. I'll take it, but yeah, they just walked over them this year. It's not even close. Celtics are just a mentally weak team. Tatum isn't that guy that people think he is. Not elite. He always goes missing. He just not the leader on a team that they need. So yeah, this is over with. If we start with that series,
Looks to me
Yeah.
like they got some kind of weird stuff in the background, man. Like that whole Jalen Brown talking about he might people think he gonna won't go. So it
Hmm.
look like something like that is really causing some kind of issue in their team.
No, yeah, that can't be an excuse. I don't
yeah.
think that Jalen Brown was the only one that showed up in the first quarter, but that's not even the
Mm.
issue in this series. Is just the Heat been clearly the better team. Tatum never shows up in the fourth quarter. This is the same way they looked last year when they were playing the Warriors. I feel like they disappear in big moments. I feel like they don't stand up to adversity well as a team.
At
I
all.
mean, the same dude we talking about didn't Tatum just drop the 51 in Game 7? So I
Exactly.
can't say the dude don't show up in big moments when he just showed up in the biggest moment of the season up to this point.
Man,
So I,
this is what I
okay,
hate
I mean I
most
don't.
about the Celtics. Jason Tatum don't never get blamed for not like this dude. If people are putting him in top 5 discussions in the league, and we don't ever crap on him the way we crap on other stars in the playoffs already, he's already had a 7 point game and a 19-point game. When you're supposed to be the best player on your team, that's unacceptable. We would not let any other star have terrible games like that and not crap on him. Jalen,
I
I
feel like
mean,
people crap on him though.
Nah, I'm not as
no
much as
way.
people
Really?
don't talk about Tatum disappearing quite as much as they talk about like I feel like I hear more about Anthony Davis disappearing. I feel like
Yeah,
I hear more. I mean, I just feel like I hear more about other players.
everybody. yeah. James Harden old, and we still expect more from him than any expectation they ever put on Tatum. Anthony
No, I
Davis, when
disagree
he
with that.
disappear, at least he does something on the defensive end. When Jason Tatum disappear, it's bad. Like you're 0 points in the fourth quarter of the last 2 games. That's
Yeah,
unacceptable. Eh, I don't know. That's weak to me. I don't know.
it
How
is.
can you score zero
It's
points
super
in the
weak.
fourth quarter?
It's weak. It's weak.
It's super weak.
I feel like it's weak. It's a mental weakness. That's what I'm saying.
Is
He just
That's what
didn't
I'm saying.
shoot.
They
He didn't
mentally
even
weak.
shoot for game one. He didn't try. Right? He didn't even try. And then in game two, he shot 3 times. It was is complete difference in mentality when you see Jimmy on the other side. He going at like he going after it.
Yeah,
You know, uh, so I think that's the thing. Like I feel like basketball is mental, the mental aspect. Some of these young players fail in the mental part of the game, and not when we talk about some of the these great superstars, whether it's Jimmy, what Jimmy's doing in the or whether everyone loves Kobe for the Mamba mentality. When we talk about
hmm
that, it's the mental edge they had on their opponents, and I think some of these players, the Celtics, fold in those moments.
exactly. Like, let's not forget last year, Game 7 against the Heat, they were up by like 14 points with 2 minutes left, and they just gave it all away. It was
They
bad.
won.
They were about to lose them. Barely, because Jimmy missed the shot.
All right.
Like,
Look, barely
the
is
Heat
barely,
had,
but if you win, you won. They beat the Heat last
yeah,
year. So it was
exactly.
game 7. So somebody had to come through for them to win. And then
You
we
get
talk
a
about, but they did look trash in the finals.
They look trash in the finals, exactly.
And then this year, we talking about a week ago, your boy Tatum was coming through. People was talking about how he a hero. And he
But
dropped.
I mean,
Don't he have
no.
the record for the
Did he come
most
through?
points ever in a fourth quarter? I mean, in a game 7.
yeah, I mean,
So you can't
he
have.
won the mental battle against James Harden, who's never made it past that round. So I mean, that's
They
he's better than James Harden. That's he got
Embiid
that.
didn't
He
even
got
play
that on his
3
resume.
games
James
in a
Harden, top
series.
75 player.
No, he not.
Yeah,
James
he
Harden's trash.
was.
He
He's
was.
now.
Maybe one day.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
You know,
he
I
is no
always thought
longer
James Harden
that.
was overrated.
to me, it definitely seems like a mental issue with the squad. But it ain't like anybody out there doing well. They all look trash. Marcus Smart look trash. Tatum look trash. Brown look trash. To me, when the whole team look trash, that's on they got some kind of team stuff going on. I don't know what it is.
But see, to me, that's
how none of y'all come to play with your back against the wall.
well, that's the thing. So that's the other part of the superstars. You know, I feel like the superstars make the other players around them sometimes, step up as well in a lot of these games. I mean, everyone you need a team to win. So the thing is, with the Heat, their whole team is playing. I do think Jimmy leads that. I mean, Jimmy takes over in the fourth quarter, but he's got all these other players that are stepping up big time. I mean, they're hitting big time shots. They're all playing great. With the Celtics, I feel like when your star player is backing down, the rest of your team backs down. I feel like a lot of that.
But
Exactly.
2 star players, and both of them backing down.
But that I don't. I mean,
so all of them should get shit on. And to me, it's like, how am I shit on one man when nobody else showed up?
Brown had a bad game 2. Okay,
Brown played terrible game 2.
Terrible game 2. Right, but that's not the issue. That wasn't the issue in the finals last year.
It wasn't the issue in the finals last year.
That didn't show up, and Brown showed up. And then in this game, first quarter, Brown was hitting all his shots. He kept going. He kept scoring. So I don't really know when it fell apart. I don't really know. Like I said,
my thing is
that's what I'm saying. That's why I had trouble pointing at one person.
My thing is they designate Brown as number 2. Everybody is saying it's Jason Tatum's team, right? So I can't expect the number 2 to play better than the number 1. I'm never going to give more blame to Brown than I do Tatum. I don't
know
agree
about
with
that.
that.
Depends on the team dynamic. But
what about then? What y'all think of? Well, what y'all think of the Lakers series then? Because they also down 3-0.
Yeah,
they playing a
that's your boy.
Team.
That's your boy, the goat.
Yeah, but yeah, no, Denver. I love their team for a long time. It's their time now. Honestly, I think they matured to where they needed to be. They're finally where they need to be. When they played the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, was that 4 years ago? They weren't ready. They were still young. Jamal Murray was still amazing.
That was in the bubble. That was just 3 years ago, right?
Yeah, bubble. So they were still young. No, MPJ was just coming back, but now they got that time. Last year they had the injuries, but this year I think they got control of the West for the next 3 to 4 years. Honestly, their team is just too good.
I mean, they've been number 1 seed like for a bunch of years now. It's not like this is a. So what do you think is so different now? Because I mean,
last year they had injuries. That's your second year Jokic won, but they had those injuries. The year before that, I don't remember exactly how their playoffs ended. Maybe they lost to Phoenix. Yeah, because they lost to Golden State. Yeah, they lost to Golden State, and Murray was hurt. Yeah, so. I mean, they've had excuses. They've had legitimate excuses. That's why I'm happy they haven't fired their coach after all these shortcomings, some people would say. So now this is their year. If they were to get reverse swept, then you have to fire your coach. But otherwise, they good to go. I think they got next. What can you say? Jokic 2-time MVP, about to
So
be
you think
Finals
they
LeBron
MVP
win?
old,
this
You
dog.
year.
think
You talk about LeBron looking old. That's what you talking
Oh,
about.
okay, yeah. We get all right. You think it's over for LeBron?
I
Over.
think so.
Come on, man. Dude
Over
scoring
it
like
is.
20-something points. I can't say over, but
But I mean, do you think
he
he was
looks
another chip?
diminished.
His
Oh, I
No.
don't know about that
the
either.
standards for LeBron is to win championships. So
Yeah.
so I
No, it's not.
mean, yeah,
Everybody eat
yeah.
LeBron era. You talking about dude got 4 chips in
No,
20 years. How is that the standard?
I know, but he would also win 10 times the finals, and people expected him to win those finals that he lost. That's I'm
That's
just
not
saying.
true. No one expected him to ever win any finals that he lost besides the Heat finals.
Okay.
The Dallas finals. That's the only one that he was ever favored in. And he
They
lost.
weren't favored in those Spurs ones?
No. He won one of the Spurs ones and he lost the second
They
one.
won one of them.
Yeah, 1 and 2. He split it. I don't think he was favored then, but I could be wrong. I'll double check, but
Okay. Regardless, the expectation for him to be
regardless,
challenging
he is
for
done.
championships
I think he's done.
every year.
Yeah.
That's the expectation. He goes to teams. He gets a super team. He challenges for a championship. That's the expectation for LeBron. If he's not, competing for the finals, then he's effectively not the same. He's not the best player in the league. He's not
Exactly. Yeah, this is his last chance to me. Honestly, I just wanted him to win a ring and retire, even though I doubted that because he still wanted to play with his son. But my man's got to hang it up, dog. You know how I am, ageist. I don't want to see it no more. Let's go. Get up out of here, dog.
To me, he's lost the ability to take over the game now. Like he's still playing well each game, but he's not about to put up 40 points. It doesn't seem like that's in him.
Not unless a 3 hit.
Yeah.
And his 3's
yeah, unless a 3 hitting, exactly. And it ain't hitting ever. That's the thing. It's never hitting. Yeah. And every time he takes a 3, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's terrible. Even if it goes in, I'm upset because that gives him confidence to shoot another one. Like, just stop shooting the 3, please. But I do feel like that's his kind of his desperation. Like, man, I got to hit this because ain't nobody else gonna hit it. Like, but neither are you. It's over. That's those games where you kind of need AD to be dominant, but even still in game 1, I think that was the best game. Or was it game 2?
1.
Yeah, game 1. It came down to the end. Game 1 and game 2 came down to the end, which I was surprised by, but I don't know. They just needed like that one extra oomph to get them over the hump that they couldn't get.
They're done too. They're done because they took their heart yesterday. They're not playing with them in Denver. Murray not playing with them. None of them playing with them. Jokic not playing with them. Jokic played good in the fourth sometimes.
It might end in LA. I'm thinking it might end in LA.
Oh, I'm saying the Nuggets not playing with them. They're about to win this next game. They're about to sweep them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They will sweep them. What do y'all think it says that these conference finals games are series of the least competitive series? It's just a matchup.
It's a matchup.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a matchup for sure.
And it's like the Celtics laying down. Like, hey man, what would you? I don't expect nobody to lay down in the conference finals. Like,
yeah.
But that's what I'm looking at. That's why I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on, not just one dude choking. I'm down to blame one dude, but it's hard when I see the whole squad look trash.
I do.
Who had a fire game in the series from the Celtics?
They aren't. That's not. I don't know. I don't like the Celtics. They're gonna blow it up.
We just watched the last series, and they had competitive games, and each
they went to Game 7 with the team that chokes more than them. Yeah. That's the only problem
with the current MVP.
Yeah,
who's never made it to the Eastern Conference Finals? Yes, with that guy.
So you're saying that the team was unworthy? They shouldn't even.
The Sixers are chokers. The Sixers are chokers.
Yeah, I think the best 4 teams made it to the conference finals, and I think Denver is a step ahead of the Lakers, and I think the Heat are. I don't think they're actually a step ahead of the Celtics, but I think overall they're better as far as coaching is better.
Yes,
their team's will to win is way higher.
Yes,
so in those aspects, I give the Heat, but the talent is definitely on Celtics side. They just they can't put it together.
So you agree with me?
Yeah,
for the most part, yeah.
Okay,
definitely. So then I just don't. I don't know what you can do with the Celtics. Like, you got to blow it up, but how do you let go of Brown?
No, you don't. Oh, how you let him go? Yeah, get him something else.
But you're never getting a player as good as him. He's at least a top 15 player.
But do you think
what you supposed to do?
Because my thing is, Tatum and Brown, they share a lot of the same skill sets. You could get somebody else that maybe complements the team more or gives something different to the team than Brown does.
I think they both can be on the same team. They just need a real point guard. I don't know. That's what it is. Marcus Smart isn't a real point guard. He's more of a D and 3.
Trash.
Yeah, he's a rational confidence guy, and also D and 3 guy is not good though. He always has the ball at the end of the game for some reason, and it's
because the other dudes be running from the ball. Because the other dudes running
that's
from the ball.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, they say,
Tatum want to be Kobe mentality.
Wait. You can't blame the player that is gonna actually step up.
Oh,
you
no,
gotta blame the person who's running from it.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at him for shooting him because it does end up in his hand. Like, you want to be Kobe guy, Tatum, but you never ask. You're not demanding the ball, and you're not taking the last second shot. So I'm not mad at Marcus for that. I'm mad that he ends up with the ball and he has to shoot it because it's never going in.
Yeah, no, that's what I think. I have hate for all of the fake Kobe's.
I have
out
big
there.
hate for
the people who want to be Kobe.
What's wrong with Marcus Smart?
No. I'm talking about like
we'll get to
Tatum, the Hardens of the world, the people who want to be Kobe, they want to use Kobe's moves and stuff like that, but they don't have Kobe's mentality, they don't have the heart of Kobe, and they're running from the game at the end of the game. I don't like any of those players.
Speaking of though, honestly,
is the like the
I don't know, man. Players say they got hard and they show up in some games, they don't show up in other ones, man. Booker looked great some games, and he looked trash the next game.
That's what I was about to bring up though.
Yeah,
but he showed a lot this playoffs here because he was scoring at a high clip, 80%. Like, I'm not a big Booker fan. I don't like him. I don't like any of the Kobe guys because being Kobe is hard.
No,
Kobe made a lot of hard. No, they won 2 games.
Gentleman sweep. Oh, they won 2.
No, they won 2 games. They won 2 games.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
KD
and it was off of book too. I mean, they won
Booker
off
was
book.
going crazy.
It wasn't KD going crazy.
No, it wasn't.
So
Booker gained some respect for me for that. Even though them game 6 blowouts are disgusting. It's hard to be down by 30 points going into the fourth quarter. Or
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking about. Like, come on, man. I don't talk about these type of mentalities and stuff. Like when you
but the first 4 games, he was on fire, dog. First 4, first 5.
That's what I'm saying. It's all these players is the same thing pretty much is, yes, they're great. Not every game.
Not every game. Yeah. That's the thing. You gotta be consistent. What about since we were talking about the Sixers and they sell out, what y'all thought of that the coach was firing? And the Bucks coach got fired.
I love the coach firings. I love the coach firings. I love it.
Yeah,
we talked about this before, man. What the hell does the coach do? And if crunch time come down to it, and like this dude Mazzulla, he need to get fired to me too.
But he like the interim. Is he like
he's a rookie coach? This is his first year, dog. Dang.
Bruh, when a game on the line and your team getting there, they got a massive run on the other team, and you just sitting there like, nah, y'all got it. I don't understand. Like, tell me what you did. Like, tell me how
some coaches
how they
don't
can't
call
find somebody
timeouts.
to do better than that.
He's not the first coach that never called timeouts, dog.
You the one that team getting washed, getting run out the building when you're back against the wall. When you play for the Boston Celtics, one of the top franchises in NBA history, they gonna stand for that. They gonna be cool with this. They gonna be cool with this loss up in Boston.
I'm never firing a coach after a year. I don't believe in that.
Okay.
Only
coaching does matter.
His wife or whatever though.
You think they let Ime back in though?
Ime going to Houston.
Oh,
he's going to Houston. He coaching in Houston.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't know.
You think
you gotta have some
kind
of
fire?
Like, man, your boy Doc, man, he had to go, man. Doc stay losing.
No,
he
does stay losing. Do y'all think Doc is overrated, coach, or is he?
I don't know, man. It's hard to say, man. I mean, the dude did something, right? He got one chip.
They had a round 2 roster, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't keep blaming it on Doc every year.
I don't know, dog.
You got the MVP. The MVP only put up 15 points in Game 7. That's my fault.
Yeah,
it's not. But isn't it your job to get that dude to play hard and look like he care? And
this dude hurt every playoffs. Nah, Come on now. No, dog. That ain't my fault.
You are right.
And what about Harden?
Harden gave you everything he had. Harden, you couldn't really ask for no more from Harden in that series.
Exactly.
What do you want?
I can't expect him to show up.
That was more than I would expect from
7.
Harden in the first part.
Yeah.
Okay, so but the thing is, Doc has had good teams his whole career. Mm-hmm. So do you think he's underachieved? Wait, he's always had chokers.
Yes.
Maybe he's the choker. Maybe he's the choker.
Because Chris Paul's a choker.
How can I be a choker?
He always everywhere chokes.
No.
Everywhere he been in the playoffs.
Okay.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Am I lying? So that was his
he gets hurt.
That was the leader of his the best player on his Clippers team.
He got hurt in that Rockets.
He always gets hurt or chokes. That's Chris Paul.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So
exactly.
If he always did that before, that was his Clippers teams. He had the one Boston team that won with KG and Paul Pierce, who come through in the clutch generally, in their careers. Paul Pierce pretty clutch, you know what I'm saying? Even though I hate him. And then who you got now? Harden is a choker. Harden been a choker.
Harden's a choker. Been a choker. Yeah.
And Embiid ain't. As much as he wanted that MVP, he ain't it, dog.
I mean, listen, but if everywhere you go, you coach your chokers, maybe, I don't know. What's the...
I just think the league is more made up of chokers.
So I don't want to work with them chokers.
I'm never turning down a job of coaching the you gotta
MVP, learn how you gotta anything be able to coach the choker out of a team. Ain't what a good coach do?
No, man.
No, you bench the chokers.
Exactly. No. 90% we gotta say 90% of the league isn't elite. When you get those top 10 players, they gotta be able to pull it through, dog. I don't know. I don't like blaming that on coaching. If you gonna score 20 points in a game 7, how can I coach that out of you?
I'm not blaming him, but it's the NBA. You coach and get fired. Okay, go ahead. Who cares? I don't feel bad. You good? You get paid still. NBA firing coaches.
You think he's gonna land on another good team, or he gonna?
I don't know, man.
Is it time for him to go to?
How many years I got to coach if I made XYZ money and I was a player, so I got millions in the bank?
Oh, I think that's what they get back at money for.
Dude sound like me every day.
Right? Yeah, every day.
Yo, retire, dog. Enjoy your millions.
I don't think people want to be retired, man. They don't want to be at home.
Bro. Find something to do then. They got places to go, things to see. You been to Japan? Yeah, you been to Madagascar? You need to go check some places out. Go see some.
Yeah. I'd probably just be a bench coach after I won my chip and made my millions. Let me just sit on the bench and not take
you can't go from being head coach to being on the bench.
What?
Oh, yeah, you can. They got a bunch of coaches that do that.
Yep.
And what's up with that, man? Because the NBA got more coaches than players, dog. They got so many damn coaches on the bench.
No, I'd be wondering.
A lot of coaches on the bench.
They got 5
what are they doing
on the front row, and then they have 10 coaches in the back row.
Bruh, they got about 3 rows of coaches back there now.
It is odd because it's more coaches than you have on a football team, dog.
What are you doing?
And it's not it's as strategic as football. What are they doing? But a lot of the coaches, they be individually doing conditioning with individual players or working with each individual player and stuff like that. It's a lot
then stay home when it's game time then. I don't need you in the third row.
Nah, if
you doing,
coach, I'm going to the game. What are you talking about?
No, I get why the coach wants to go to the game.
Owner. Yeah.
Go do something else, man. I be looking at him and I'm like, what are you doing? And then every time they call a timeout, you still see one dude talking. What the hell the rest of them there for?
Nah,
I saw the other game I was watching, 2 or 3 of them. I saw the other day I was watching, I think it was that Nuggets game. A dude came out, I think it was Jokic, because he was mad about a call. So they had one coach pulled out a laptop and was showing them the video or whatever. Mm-hmm. But most of the time, I just see dudes look like they're just sitting there. I barely see that. Maybe the TV just don't show it. Because when you look at the NFL, they be talking all the time. They be talking to XYZ random coaches, doing different things on the sideline because they got time.
Yeah, because you have a position coach. Yeah.
But the NFL has 52 players on your team. It makes sense to have a lot of coaches.
Yeah,
it's not like that in the NBA, and
but they got the shooting coach on the bench. They got the dribbling coach. They got the
dribbling coach. Come on, man, they don't got a dribbling coach.
Yes, of course they do.
That's
Phil Haney was a notorious.
Who's the dribbling coach?
Handles coach.
You know who they need to get? They need to get your boy. Who's the professor? The professor from AN1.
Yeah.
Why he not a dribbling coach?
Professor coach should be. Yeah, he should be a dribbling coach. I'm sure.
That's too much carries,
man.
dog. They be carrying.
Oh no,
But
but
the
they be,
NBA
the
allows
NBA
carries.
be carrying. The NBA
Who is
does
the
so
step
much
back
traveling.
coach? Who is the step back coach? Because they be taking about 5 steps on the step backs. And
Nah,
somebody
'cause-
telling them, "Yo, stop taking so many steps on your step backs."
I don't know. Some coaches, I mean, I get why you have those coaches, but for them all to be present at the game is a different thing. That is weird to me. Your shooting
go
coach
watch
don't
the
need to
game
be
at the
there. He's not
facility.
going to work on your form while you're in the middle of a game.
I don't think
come
they
on, there's
are.
a timeout. Let me show you how to do it over here. That don't
Yeah.
happen. So yeah,
It-
that's weird.
That's why I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't get it, man. So, well, I don't feel bad for the coaches in the NBA. That's cool. You be all right. You
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
I'm sure you got a contract for a couple of years. You probably getting paid to do nothing, dog. Go post up. Get on TV. You know what I'm saying? Do your TV gig, and then you'll be
Some
back in the league
position
in a minute
coaches
because they
get
keep
famous,
recycling the
though.
same dudes.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you don't feel bad for the coaches that they fired, but what about how y'all feel about Ja Morant? You know, because he might be sitting out for some time as well. How y'all feel
He
about
ain't going
this?
nowhere, man.
He not going
He's sitting
nowhere?
down for sure.
No,
No,
man.
he's sitting down.
Oh,
How long?
He's sitting
How long they
down.
gonna sit? How long they
a
gonna sit?
year.
Minimum of 50
Nah,
games.
They is not sitting that dude for no whole year. He'll
Dog,
take
you ain't
they
hear
not
Adam
happy
talk?
with
no
this.
problem.
They not the
You ain't hear
NBA
what
don't
Adam
not like
said?
this.
They are not kicking him out for a year, man.
All right, dog.
All right.
They
For
might
what?
they might go a year and then go to arbitration and it'll be half a year. But they'll give
Okay,
him a
but
year.
who cares
I think.
about half a year, man?
I mean, he didn't break no laws.
What do you mean?
It just don't.
Half a year
So-
is a long time.
Yeah, he probably lose like 10 million, but still, he'd be all right.
But he didn't break no laws. So why is it such a big deal that he got to go?
That's my question, dog. Why is it a
that's
big
a
deal?
stupid question.
No, we gotta talk about this. Because in this country, you could go buy a gun at a Walmart real quick. But
Real
now they
quick.
acting like all of a sudden it's a problem. Like, oh no, you can't have a gun. Since when? Where?
That's not
Yeah,
the
this is
point.
You can carry a gun
That's not
anywhere in
the
Florida
point.
right now.
This is an attack on his
That's
Second
not the
Amendment
point.
right, dog.
Why is that the
Oh,
point?
Lord.
It's only a problem. I bet you if a country white dude was like, hey, I'm a big gun owner. I shoot guns every weekend. I shoot Bud Light because they like trans people. If they did that, they wouldn't say nothing. But guess what?
They wouldn't
'Cause
he
he held the
said
gun on
anything if he
Instagram.
was. No.
What did he do
They
with it,
wouldn't have
though?
said anything if he was at a gun range, maybe, and boasted it. They wouldn't care then.
Oh,
But-
it's because
So,
he
because
why
he was
should it-
dancing with a stripper
listening
with
to
the gun
rap
in his
music.
hand, that's a bad look.
It's a bad look because
It's a terrible look. He looks like an idiot, one. Two, you're the face of the league when I'm sure.
Why can't the face of the league have a gun? Second Amendment
Listen,
right.
I'm
It's
sure-
America. This is America.
This is America. Dudes got guns everywhere.
Facts. This problem is not about the guns per se. It's about the imagery that he's projecting.
It's
The
the state-
imagery is thug Negro, and they don't like that. But he
Yeah.
didn't do nothing. He
He
did
did do
stuff, but it
something.
wasn't okay. Okay, the stuff he did with that kid, the other things that he did that really was bad, they didn't talk about them. They didn't suspend it for that. They didn't care about that.
No. That's what he got suspended for the 8 games for that.
That's what he got 8 games for?
Well, I
You
mean,
know, he got 8 games for the gun.
Because of the
But-
video.
for
with the
Listen,
strippers.
no.
It was a stripper.
The way I'm reading into Adam's talk is like, look, bruh, we let you slide on all of this stuff that just
Yeah.
happened, right? We trying to make you the face of the league. We put that on a hush hush, paid these people all like we keeping it on the low. We want you to be the star, right? Then you came out with the gun. All right. So we had to sit down and talk about that. All right, don't do that no more. We got everything. Like, please, from now on, just be the face of our league. That's all we want.
Mhm.
All right, Ja. All right, I'm sorry, Adam. Blah blah. And then
Trash
2
interview,
months
got to do a
later,
trash interview.
That
talking about mental
interview,
health.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
No one
Trash
talking about
interview
that
about mental
interview.
health. Don't skip
about
that step
mental
because that's
health.
important. That PRBS.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Adam let him slide. Hey, just go through this drive-through real quick. We'll get your certificate. We trying to slide you out here. Like, we don't care. Just don't do it again. And then he did it again. So now we got to hit you over the head.
Nah,
That's
bro,
because that's on
nobody
them.
checked on the
See,
man's mental
that's
health
the
after he
issue.
lost the series. That was a traumatic series he lost. Nobody checked on his
that makes
mental health.
sense.
See,
No,
and
that
he
makes
relapsed. That's why we don't
Okay.
We gotta check on the man. Come on.
That's true. Actually, I didn't even
Not
think
just
of it
that,
like
but it's a CYA move, dog. That's all it is, bro. They want to be like, oh my God, he got guns. We can't be cool with that. So they hurry up. They try to, they get super upset. The NBA is going to suspend him for a whole season.
Mm.
We're mad. But they not mad when these corporate donors that they have doing bad stuff or something like that. They good with it. It's only because it's
I
Ja
don't
Morant.
care about that though. Yes, that's what
Exactly.
happens
But
when
what
you're
did
the
he
face of the
do?
league.
You gotta
though.
do something. What did he do? What did he do?
Dog. When you
He ain't
he
break
could
no
have
laws.
easily been, I don't want to be a role model. I don't want the spotlight. He could have been that guy. But he's taking all of it, all the good. So you got to take the bad that come with it too.
No. I agree with that.
Well,
And I got a whole rant to go on
when
about
did he
the
say
weed
he wanted to be
carriers
the
that he
role
hang
model?
around with. But yeah, what does that got to do with anything, man? Did he break a law? Is he going to court for this gun on Instagram Live?
No.
Yo,
So then
the
I'm
video
sorry,
is
but
hilarious though, man. Because
it
the
is.
dude tried to he saw the gun and tried to tuck it.
No,
This
and
man
I'm gonna go
tried
on
to
a whole
tuck it.
nother rant about his friends and his sidekicks and homies because they're trash. All right, but I still want to talk about what he did. He didn't. My thing is, look, if the dude had a charge, if he had a pending case, if he had a domestic assault, if he got in a fight with somebody and gun butted him, if he did something, then I would say, oh man, this dude's stupid. And he's stupid.
That's
You're
not
right. I agree. It's stupid. But it's not the level of stupidity. They acting like the dude just like Plaxico Burress himself. He didn't.
So what?
Come on,
so,
dog.
Bryce, so what,
Well,
what's
first of all,
your
that
issue?
Plaxico Bears situation upset me too. I think that was a stupid.
But that
I
was
don't know
way
how you-
stupider. That's what I'm saying. Like if he shot himself in the leg, we'd be like, Bill, this dude should be out the league. But it's not that.
Yeah. It's not that. They're gonna say what is it? Conduct detrimental to the league is what they're gonna put it as.
Guns is
They
detrimental to the
put-
league. That's what it's saying.
Yeah. So
The whole league
which
is
they
about.
can prove.
Okay.
If he loses sponsors, that potentially loses more eyes from the league, blah, blah. That's what they're going to say. And that's what you sign up for as the face of the league. Like,
does the
I'm
league
not
say you
mad at
can't
that.
own a gun and can't get on Instagram with a gun?
Apparently
Is
not,
that in your
man.
contract?
The league is
They probably-
anti-Second Amendment, dog.
No,
They
they told him
trying
the
to
first
take our
time.
guns.
No. So they said the first time, all right, bro, we didn't say that you can't have a gun, so we can't even really be mad at you. Slap on the wrist, 8 games, but don't do it again.
Yeah.
And he did it again. So now I can't be mad at whatever they do
this leads
after
me
they
to
had the initial talk with him.
This leads me to who I'm really mad at in the situation. His weed carrying homies. Bruh, if you're a weed carrier for the superstar, why the hell are you on Instagram Live without telling this man beforehand?
Wait, no. He told the dude, Ja Morant was in
He knew.
He jumped in the video. I know, but this dude, bruh. Hey, man, I want to go on live. You got your guns out?
No. Ja pulled the gun out.
Ja, you didn't see him? He was like,
I did see it. He did see it. He did pull it out. Still, man, come on, man. Turn the live off, man. Turn the live off, man. The way he pulled it out was very corny. It could have been a toy. Like it could have been fake the way he had it. But you gotta stop. Get off this damn live, man. Just enjoy your parties and your chicks off the live. How about that?
Hey, if my man want me to go on live, I'm gonna go on live, dog.
That's dumb.
That's fun to him.
You just not with the time.
You could have had 2 AKs walking around like this if you kept that live on.
If it's no video, it didn't happen. No video, it didn't happen.
No video, it don't happen.
But John does this. He goes on live all the time. Even by himself, he'll go on live, drinking bottles of Henny, taking tequila to the head.
Dumber.
And
that's what I'm saying.
He'll get in trouble for that, but I can't be mad at the weed guy for being like, all right, come on, dog. You want to go on live? At least let's do it on my page, so maybe you don't get as many eyes.
No, that's stupid. That's stupid. That's the dumb part. If you stay off the live, you literally could make a bed of guns and put chicks on it naked and be like, yeah, we killing out. We crazy out here, boy. We got strippers on guns. But you put the video out. Like, you the dummy. Now you the dummy. Like, why?
But I don't know. That's
your
kids, man.
That's you and your home. Yeah, exactly, man. That's that cheesy plot chasing BS these kids be on. Just have fun by yourself.
It's very lame.
Have fun with your friends.
It's super lame. Exactly. I don't understand the live, but he was like, hey, bro, get on live. We jamming in here. Yeah. All right, bro. Whatever. Whoop, whoop. He probably didn't even know Ja had the gun. We've been sitting in the car the whole time listening to music.
Look.
And as soon as we get on live, he want to pull a gun out.
Bro,
because you drunk.
Have you gone out with anybody young these days? Because listen,
no.
I would just the
look
other
at the
day I
name,
was with
dog.
some
I'm at
friends
home.
on a boat. Listen, I was with some friends on a boat. I think I said this last time. I think I said this in the podcast. But everybody pull out their phone. As soon as music come on, like it's everybody pull out their phone. Everything got to be recorded. It's all content. They got to record. It can't be just, you can't just have fun for fun's sake. That's not how it works. No
Well,
more.
I like to get a couple pictures and stuff like that, man, and maybe a video too.
not
But I'm not
pictures,
trying to film
videos.
the whole thing. I know I hate when I go to concerts because I go to a lot of concerts, or I try to. And when I go to the show, I'm always seeing people that just literally hold their phone up the whole time recording the show,
Record the whole
or
set.
they go live during the show. What?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying the show? Or are you here to put this up so other people can see it for free when you paid your money to get in here and this
I'm about
artist
to
working
say,
hard out here? It's some sucker stuff,
how you
man.
bootlegging a concert?
They
So
paid money for
terrible.
the internet post.
And who want to see your shitty live camera of the concert anyway?
And the music never comes through well.
It don't
always
never
sounds
It's not
super
about
bad.
y'all don't get it. It's about everybody can see. I'm at the concert. You at home. I'm cool.
And
You a
so
loser.
what?
That's
But
what
it's
it's
not.
about.
90% of these people.
How does that make you cool, Doug? You just have a phone. There's a bunch of people in this concert.
Because
it's not
I'm gonna get
exclusive.
likes.
You
on
got
my
a regular
page.
ticket.
What do you mean?
You
That's how it
standing
makes
next
it
to
cool.
old Baldy in the general admission.
You in general
Like,
admission. Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, man. It's not special, dog.
All right. Well, another
Hey,
controversial.
before we move on from before we move on from the NBA, shout out to my dog Wembanyama. We in the SA 210. We finna be crazy out here, dog.
You moving to
I'm going to
Vegas.
every
Stop
Spurs
this fake
game,
stuff.
dog.
You not a Spurs
not
fan.
moving
You
no
fake.
more.
Not no
Wembanyama
more.
back,
You fake.
baby. Wembanyama, dog. I'm about to watch him grow up. I'm finna be with Wembanyama on live.
Dog, you a fan of the both
Wembanyama.
teams. This dude.
You gonna be one of Wemby's weed carriers?
I'm Wemby's weed carrier, dog. That's me.
All right. Well, when I come out there to visit, I want to be in the background of the Instagram live when y'all go live. I'll be in the background, be like, "That's right, Baldy here."
Exactly.
I put my gun. My gun out in a weird way.
Wembanyama's weed man, we only stay at his house because Wembanyama is 7'5". He can't go nowhere in public without being noticed. So
that's true.
All the party come to us.
Yep.
Wembanyama, hit me up, dog. We finna have
turning your cell phone and gun when you walk in.
Yep.
Yeah. I look forward to seeing you on the live, bro.
Shout out to Wemby.
Let's go.
First,
I don't speak French.
Let's jump to it, man. This
I speak English for him.
Let's go.
What we talking about?
Lomachenko?
Yeah, Lomachenko versus Haney. Yeah.
Lomachenko Haney. Okay.
Okay. Who y'all thought won?
I didn't watch it because I don't watch.
I thought it was
sports.
like a tie, dog. I didn't see. I thought some rounds was clear, some rounds wasn't.
Dog, everybody said Loma won this match, dog.
No, Loma won them last few rounds. He did not win that whole fight.
Dog, but Crawford said Loma won afterwards.
So after they want fights. They want fights. That's y'all believe what boxers say?
Okay, Bob Arum said Loma won. How your promoters?
What is his job?
He's a promoter.
For who? Why? What are we doing? Y'all be believing people on TV.
Everybody said.
I saw your boy Stevenson in the ring after the fight.
Yeah.
Talking about, he clearly got robbed.
The whole arena said he got robbed.
So?
Okay, if you said you could have been a tie. Okay, here's the thing. If you said it could have been a tie, then how does a 116-112 score make sense?
Bad score.
How does a unanimous decision make sense if it could be a tie?
Well, the other ones was close, and the other ones made sense. It was 2 rounds. They had it different. I didn't see that was crazy scores.
I mean, a 5-7 score. I mean, you saying it could be a tie. Nobody scored a tie. Nobody scored it the other way.
Okay, so but they really literally got to pick one different round. I saw it that way. I'm not a pro judge, but okay. But you telling me that they're 1 round off of what I saw, and that's like some kind of robbery now, some kind of crazy thing that happened?
It is a robbery.
How? That's not a robbery.
Because
did the dude get knocked down or knocked out?
No, he didn't get knocked down. But nobody either was knocked out. Okay, but this is the thing.
Okay.
Neither of them were getting knocked down. But Loma rocked him for sure.
Well, I thought they both had great hits on each other. And earlier, Haney had much more than later when Loma definitely won them last, I would say, 2-3 rounds or whatever.
Yeah.
But that means he wasn't ahead on the cards. Like, you got to win the fight, dog. To me, you got to make it clear.
Yeah, I thought he made it clear. I
didn't think it was
I'm
that
about to
clear.
say everybody in
I
my
thought it was
group chat
hazy.
thought Loma won. At worst, it was a tie if possible. But
Okay, well,
I don't know.
so
I
you
didn't
saying that
see it
y'all
though.
thought it was ties too?
So
I don't
my
see the
thing is,
blowout fight that happened. That was a robbery. I didn't see no blowout. So you telling me you saw a blowout? I did.
no, it's not. I'm not saying it was a blowout. I thought
We were
that,
convinced though.
yeah, I was definitely. It was a convincing win to me that Loma won. I felt like Loma was had the more impactful hits, the bigger hits. He snapped his head back a few times. He rocked him a few times. I thought that was
But I
clear.
thought he took some nasty ones to the body though.
I mean, Loma never seemed affected by any of that. He never really seemed like he was worried about that. So
That's not how judges score.
I get that. I get that. That's not how judges score. Well, then maybe that's part of the problem, though. Like I don't know
Look,
how
man, the
judges
problem
score
is
in
to me,
boxing. It just
and
seems
this
like they
is,
decide who's going to win before the fight even happens.
I mean, maybe. I mean, look, boxing has been corrupt in the past. That one dude who had that crazy, wild, wrong score might have been in the tank for sure. But I don't think the other two scores that I saw were crazy in any way. I thought they were fair scores. Maybe not how I would have scored it. I probably would have switched one of the rounds, but that would have made it a draw. I thought it should have been a split decision, some kind of draw, or if it was split, then people wouldn't really have the same thing to say if it was
Yeah,
2-1, one judge.
if it was split, then that it would be different though. But the fact that
But don't change how you call it L or dub. It's still a loss. Like
no, it is still okay. But this is my
Yeah, it is a
I feel like I
difference
have an
though.
issue with the way boxing is scored. I have an issue with the way boxing
It's
is
rigged.
judged. It's
It's
rigged.
just rigged.
The judges don't have to even they don't even have to like be accountable for the rounds that they say they lost or
bruh,
won.
this is
There's
Vegas.
no objectivity to it. It's
It's Vegas. Money is on it. What's the money gonna go for? You got experience with this, John Wick, Chapter 2. You know about
Mhm.
this gambling life and these Vegas casinos. The house always
Speaking
wins,
of,
dog.
the Celtics have been a favorite in the last 3 games for some reason. I don't know
oh
why,
yeah.
but
Oh no, yeah.
yeah,
Nobody
man.
believed in the Heat. Nobody
Yeah,
believed
man,
in the
boxing's
Nuggets either.
rigged. That's not what? Okay. Anyway, boxing's rigged. I already told y'all with that Tank and Ryan Garcia fight. They be throwing, dog. They be throwing.
Yeah, no.
And if you
It's
don't throw,
rigged.
we're gonna take it from you on the scorecards.
It's rigged, dog. It's rigged. I
Nah,
mean,
man.
at least that the take fight though was somebody took a fall.
They tried to rig it a whole different way in that fight. See, y'all so
It was
crazy,
rigged.
man.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was rigged in a way that the boxers were in on it. That's what I'm saying. But when you put your heart into winning and you lose or you get robbed, that's worse. That's worse.
Bruh.
Yeah, 100%.
I've seen robberies. I didn't see that as one. There's been much worse robberies. So I didn't see that as a robbery. Oh well. Sorry, Loma. Y'all hating on a brother.
Yeah.
Brother got a dub. Y'all want to diminish it.
Nah,
Crabs in
man.
the bucket.
It's not. No.
Crabs in the bucket.
Okay.
I didn't know he was a brother.
It's got
I
nothing
didn't
to
know.
do with that, dog. Let me tell you, dog.
I didn't even know he was
all these
black.
boxers-
So
can we talk about how every boxer is undefeated? How are there only 58 boxers and every single one of them is undefeated? They all fight no.
What you mean? They got different.
And then they
That's how you build up your. What do you mean? You of course you're no
that's
name
lame.
at first.
That's lame.
No.
That's my point. Is
That's
that
lame.
You
it's
mad
set
that they
up-
fought people?
I'm saying that it's set up. They set up from the beginning. They wanted this dude to win, Haney to win, because they're trying to boost his star power. And to do that, they don't want him to lose. They don't want him to take an L. You cannot lose in boxing. Otherwise, your quote unquote star power is diminished. So you
That's
have
not
to
true.
stay
That's
undefeated.
facts.
You have to
That's
stay undefeated.
facts.
How is
they
that
have to-
facts? Right now, if your
they
boy
thought
Manny
Loma was
Pacquiao
washed. They
has
thought
a
Loma
fight,
was washed.
people
That's
gonna
why
get super hyped up. And Manny Pacquiao took a bunch of L's. Stop the y'all.
Pacquiao,
That's just because
Pacquiao's
he's
an
one of the
exception, not
biggest
the rule. Pacquiao's an exception,
he's the
not the rule.
exception. 100%.
How is the exception when most people got a loss on their record? Canelo is the biggest fighter probably still in boxing. He got a few L's.
And he lost
He
to the
didn't take an L
GOAT.
until he lost to Mayweather.
Fuck. Yeah.
And that was like 10 years ago.
Okay.
What are y'all
And he
talking
went on a
about?
dominant tear after that. He didn't lose a fight ever.
And then he caught another
after
L.
that. What do you mean?
And then didn't he catch another
Yeah,
L?
which was probably rigged. I didn't watch that
and
one.
How
either.
is that
It's
rigged?
over
See,
after
that's what I'm
that
saying, bro. It's rigged when a man get punched in the face. You telling me that they would go up there and they'd be like, okay, here's the L. This is what you're gonna do.
You name it.
You punch in the face till you fall out.
Superstars. Their star power was already built from an undefeated record before, and their star power was built up before. We talking about somebody. Haney is a. I mean, come on. Let's be. This is his first big fight. This is his first like big fight that people like excited about, right? This is his first fight against somebody that's like that. Who else he fought? That's every one of these people, they build up. You
gotta go through his record, dog. I'm telling you, man, dude, not new to this.
Come on, dog.
Nah.
This is the first.
What you're speaking to is right, though. That's why a lot of older people don't watch boxing no more. Everybody ducks each other until they get big stars, and then they set up the mega fight. That's it. That's what I love about UFC so much. They get these people in here. You fighting your way to the top. You're ranked. You're number 10. Guess what? You're going to have to fight 2 guys above you. Then you get the title shot. And that's the way it is. Boxing is not
I'm not
like
messing
that.
no UFC, man. You gonna see them dudes jump on each other with that corny BS, go ahead. But them dudes is lame and they don't get no money either. So go ahead, dog.
But their sport is more competitive. Their sport is more competitive.
No, they have a central body. You want a central body to be in control of boxing. That's fine. That's fair. I'm cool with that. But it's not going to be the same, and it's never going to happen.
Listen, I'm just saying I don't want people to stop ducking each other. And it shouldn't be taboo to lose a fight. That's all I'm saying.
Nobody wants anybody to duck a fight. And again, plenty of fighters is fighting.
Not really.
But they're not fighting the biggest names.
They
Who's
always
not fighting the names?
Come on, dog.
Name the people. Who is it? Say who it is.
All of them. Every single one of them. We can pick out any of the up-and-comers.
We have these things. Like, who fought Crawford? Nobody. Nobody would fight Crawford.
Okay, so there's multiple reasons for that.
Okay, my point. But that's my point, is that nobody takes the fights that they could lose it, right? And then when they
if they're not gonna make no money off it,
they set the global fight up.
They don't take the fight that they're gonna lose at if there's no money in it. That's the difference. That's what you saying? That's the difference.
Money okay, so
there's no money in going to take a fight with a dude who don't have no name. And then who is as good as you?
Everything you're saying is why this fight was rigged. Everything you say is why this fight was rigged.
Where's the rig though? You got to show me the rig. Show me where the rigged was.
They took Loma has the name, right? Loma is this dude just been fighting in the war. He has the name.
So Haney had no name. So Haney was nobody. You thought Haney was nobody. Dude, didn't he have all 3 belts or something like that?
Yeah, I'm not saying he's a nobody, dog. That's not what I'm saying.
You are. You saying
no.
That's not what I'm saying. I was saying that he hasn't fought anybody of this caliber of fighter as
he
long.
Fought
he said it himself. This is his closest fight he's ever had. Okay,
his closest.
Okay, this is my point, and that so they thought Loma was gonna be washed after the break he took after not boxing. He been fighting for his country and stuff like that. They thought Loma was gonna be washed. It was gonna be an easy match, and they thought that it was gonna be one-sided, that he would have a clear win, right? And so they had already rigged. They already decided who was gonna win beforehand, right? They want to keep his name undefeated, but give him a respectable win under his belt so that he could get the big money on another fight. Right, that's what his promoters
exactly.
That's what his promoters
to do. And so Loma came out there and surprised them. Loma came out there and surprised them.
What the other dude promoters want.
Loma came out there
wants all the big fights he could get,
and then he got beat.
He didn't lose.
Oh no! Lost your chance.
He didn't, but
you lose.
But again, this is what I'm saying. You didn't know who Haney was. Haney already won these belts against people that was good. So what you're saying is, I don't watch boxing. You said I don't know what I'm talking about. And so
you just said he fought Gamboa.
One dude I know, yeah, and Gamboa
was 40 years old, twice his age.
He was 40 when he fought him. He was 40 when he fought him.
He was 39 and Haney was 19. What is the difference?
Okay,
like come
on,
so
he had to get the belt. Got to get the belts, dog. You got to go
Come
get
on,
them
dog.
belts.
Exactly.
Hey,
You're
if you
proving
got the
our
belts, I
point.
got to get
Stop.
them belts.
Stop.
That's
You proving
exactly
my
what you was
point, man.
arguing
You
for with
proving my
UFC.
point.
You're
With
proving our
UFC, you
point,
said they got to fight the dude to get the belt. Well, guess what? They got the belts. He went and beat them people that took them. And now you're saying he's a bum who's a nobody.
He's twice his age, dog.
Hey, guess what? That old dude had
In
the
a
belt.
combat sport.
He got beat and he took the belt from him.
We'll see. We'll
mean,
see if he ducks
Because boxing
some of
does
these other
weird
good
things with
boxers
the
He's
or
not
he
ducking
fights.
Stevenson, dog.
Okay, we'll see.
Stevenson won him.
Yeah, and we'll see if it happens. We'll see if it happens.
He might duck him actually, but I have no clue.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Now you
between
changing
their
your tune.
promoters.
Now you changing your tune. He might duck
No,
him.
I said-
Exactly
He
is
might
the
duck him.
I'm
point.
telling you, I don't know if they're gonna. I don't think he's gonna duck him, but if he ducks him, he gonna duck him. But everybody gonna clown him for that. I mean,
No,
I don't
they
know
don't.
Haney
They
to be
never
That
ducking
clown
him.
strategy has worked for so many people.
For
already.
everyone.
Who?
Yeah.
It's not working for nobody out here.
Who was it? Before
The only
it was,
person that's really getting ducked is Bud Crawford, man, and that was promotion and a lot of things that went into that.
before
Everybody
that,
else is out here
everybody
fighting.
wanted the Joshua versus who's it called? No.
Oh, the big white dude.
Gypsy King.
Yeah,
Gypsy
but
King.
not
I
just
can't think of his
no.
name.
Before that,
Tyson
before that.
Fury. Oh.
Fury. Yeah, they wanted. No, not before that.
The Bronx
Wilder and
Bomber?
Fury.
Bronx Bomber? Yeah.
They fought like 4 times.
Yeah,
No,
the
we got
Bronx
that.
Bomber. Yeah, the bomber. Yeah.
Oh,
They fought
Joshua
3
and
times, didn't they?
Bronx never fought. No, Joshua, you said.
Joshua got beat, so nobody won him now. I mean, he
I
wants to
know,
fight,
I'm saying,
but he
before
lost
that,
his
though.
shots.
It was before that. They wanted to fight before that.
Right.
They fought.
So
Fury came out of retirement and fought. That wasn't the fight that people wanted or even expected. Fury surprised them.
Yeah.
Again, that was another fight that he wasn't
Exactly.
supposed to win. He surprised them. But my point is that the fights that people wanted were ducked. That's my point. That's
I
what
don't
always
understand how
happens
the fight
in
was ducked.
boxing.
The dude he not good enough to fight for the belt. He couldn't even get to
Well, no, you're
through
right. He's
to
been
fight
shown to be
Wilder.
a chump, but that's my getting my point because he was undefeated for forever. Didn't fight nobody real, but he was undefeated. He was built up to be
I'm
something.
confused as to what y'all saying. You saying the dude didn't fight nobody real? Like when he supposed to fight somebody real? When he get to the top, he supposed to do it right away?
Why not? Why not? That's
Why
how it was
not?
before. That's how it was.
It
When you
was.
talk about- okay, when you talk about all those Ali fights, Ali versus Frazier, Ali versus this,
Like Frazier.
You
yeah.
telling me Ali was fighting?
They were fighting.
Frazier was not a bum.
big
He was
names.
a top dude. What are y'all talking
Exactly
about?
is our
that's
point.
my point.
That's
That's
when
our
they
point.
fought.
They all fought each
Y'all saying
other.
these dudes all fought each other. What are you
No.
talking about?
No, now they don't
They
fight
did.
each other no more. They don't fight each other no
Who's
more.
not fighting? They don't fight as much. That's my issue. They don't fight enough. They should fight more often.
They don't
But
fight.
and Tyson Fury was on drugs. That's why he didn't fight. Dude was a drug addict and stuff,
Yeah,
and he got
that's-
suspended for
I'm
doing
not talking about Fury.
steroids or whatever.
I'm not even talking about.
All right,
Fury.
so let's go to Tank.
Yeah,
Let's go to
man.
Tank, all right? Tank won his he's never been defeated. So
Okay,
whatever. What is he?
you going through his whole record?
He has 29 fights. Out of his last like 10 fights, his opponents have lost 0, 0, 0. 2 fights they lost. 4 fights this person lost. 2 fights, 1 fight, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. He's
So they're
fighting
top
all of these
contenders.
undefeated nobodies.
How are they nobodies if they coming up trying to contend with him?
Okay, so this is how it works.
I
Because
watched the
they're
last like
feeding
4 or
him.
5 Tank fights. They was good dudes.
He's feeding them 14-0, like 21-1. Like, come on, dog. You not that many people are
A
that
dude
good
that's
to be
21 and
undefeated.
1 is ready to. I don't understand, man.
It's-
You
All right.
fight nobodies as you go up. I mean, it's just
Right,
how it works in
right.
every single
But
sport.
Tank been
No,
big
it's not
for
how
a
it works in
while
every other
now.
sport. That is not how it works in any
No,
other
it's
sport.
not.
It's not
Any
how
other
it works in
sport.
any other sport.
That's not how it works in any other sport.
Yeah.
Every
I don't
other sport
understand
has a
that.
league
You go up the
that you
ranking.
get into. Okay, yes. Okay, so my point is, when in any other sport, if you play high school football, you play it against other high school football players, or you play high school basketball, you might be the best in your league, and then you're gonna go to the All-American game. You're gonna play other best people. You're gonna go to the AAU tournament, play against the other best people. You're gonna play other people. You're gonna lose to other people that are better
Again,
than
so
you.
You
gotta
wanted
go
to have a
college and play
central
against
body.
Other best people. Then you go to
You
the
want to have a
NBA and
central
play against the
body.
other best people.
That's not really
It's
true.
not how it works
It's
in
not
boxing.
really okay. Look, that's basketball, but other sports, college football, they fight. They play chumps. No name schools.
If you
every year.
Alabama, maybe.
Every
That's
school
in
does
their
that. What are you
division,
talking
though.
about? They schedule trash teams that's not in their division.
College
Again,
football does
what are you talking
Yes.
about? They
College
do this
football does
every
that.
time.
College football
and then
does
they
that.
build
You're
themselves
right.
up to play against their top players.
Until they, but then they get to
But
the
they
playoffs
still
and
have
then
to
they play
fight the
against other
same
people.
big dogs every year.
Exactly.
And you have to
Yeah.
fight. If you want a title, you have to fight those big dogs.
No, this dude
Yes.
had 3
Alright,
belts or whatever. He had
And
all
he
the
beat
belts.
people to take those
He did
belts.
not-
You saying that they was all
right.
bums?
We're not going
They
nowhere
gave him
with
a belt
this.
for gifts? They just giving belts to
They
dudes
gifts.
for
They
Christmas
were
presents?
gifts. That's exactly
It's not
what
a
it was,
gift.
man.
You have to
Come
fight.
on, dog.
But
Come on,
it's
man. You
not
go
to
stand in the
fight
ring and fight
They
a
got,
dude
they
straight
got
up,
about
and you
50,
tell me it was
they
a
got
gift.
50, 11 belts in boxing, all right?
That's
Everybody
true.
Yeah,
gets
that's
a
why
They
I
do
got a
have a
belt.
lot of belts.
Everybody gets a belt. It's like karate, dog.
No,
Everybody
see,
gets
that's
a
BS.
belt,
Man,
dog.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Y'all disrespectful,
Exactly.
dog. Go stand in the ring and fight somebody for a belt. Go
All
fight a
right,
chump
yeah.
that got no
I'm
that got
gonna
no
get my
wins.
license today, dog.
Go ahead.
Come on.
Go
I'm
fight
about
you a
to be-
chump and tell me how you do, man.
I'm gonna be 5-0 before you know it, dog.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Let me know how it goes. Let me know when your first fight is. Because this dude
I'm
said he
about
can
to
take a
say
punch to the
that.
kidney, which we know he can't. Neither one of y'all in shape like that. What are y'all talking about? Y'all don't get
Just
rocked
wait,
in
dog.
round
Just
one.
wait, bro.
I don't know what that
Let
has
me
to
know
do
when the
with the
fight start.
argument, but yeah.
Let me know when the fight start.
All right. Y'all funny, man.
Watch
Let's,
more UFC, people.
let's move
You'll
on,
see the
man.
best versus the
Ugh.
best in the division.
Ugh. Watch WWE, bro.
All right.
WWE better than
That's what
UFC.
boxing is now.
Let's get into
That's what boxing is now.
WWE better than UFC. More action
Boxing
happens
is
in
the
WWE fights
WWE.
than UFC.
Boxing is basically WWE now, man. They be.
Like I said,
It
you can go
is.
stand in there and get punched in the stomach.
I
So y'all got a lot to say for dudes that will not take no punch to the stomach.
I'll take a punch. You want me to take a
I
punch
don't know
on
what
video
that has
for
to
the
do with
content?
anything.
Online? You
Yeah.
want to do it online?
Because you sit up here talking like you would do it. You can't. You
I'm not-
can't.
Okay,
I can't
we
do a
just
lot
talking
of
about
things. I can't
basketball.
play in
Don't
the
mean I can
NBA.
shoot.
I can't play
I can't
football.
be a critic.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
I can't
Y'all
golf.
saying these dudes that
I
they
can't drive
fighting,
an F1
but
car.
who cares? That's not a sport. But you talking about dudes that are standing up
can't
here
do none of
fighting
these sports.
man to man, mano y mano. And you talking about,
Mhm.
they just bums, they just chumps. No big deal. Just go beat them down. Like, go ahead and you go fight
I'm
those
not
chumps.
saying
Go
they
tell one of them
chumps.
chumps.
I'm not
Let's go
saying
head
they
up.
chumps. I'm just
Y'all
I'm not
use
saying
the
they
word
chumps.
chumps
They chumps
multiple
compared to the
times. No.
champ. They chumps. That's like the Patriots playing the Dolphins every year and the Jets. Like
That's-
Bryce
and
you
the
just
Bills
said
before they were
you
good.
got the belt from a
You said they was
40-year-old.
chumps.
You just
You said they
said
was
Bryce
chumps.
just said the man got the belt from
And like
a
I said,
40-year-old.
go fight that 40-year-old.
I'm,
He clearly got the belt, so he beat some people down.
when
What
that
are you talking
40-year-old
about,
turn,
man?
I'll go fight a 60-year-old. Maybe I don't know. Let's see if they got a belt. If there's one that got a belt.
Go fight a 40-year-old.
Let's see.
You get rocked in 2 seconds, man. I don't know what y'all tripping, man. Y'all crazy.
I gotta.
Y'all crazy. I don't think you can fight no boxer
I'm
for more than 10
train,
seconds.
dog. I'm going to train.
Okay, let me know when you get your 6-pack up, and then let me see the fight.
Not all of the fighters got in shape. Fury, the fat, he still with it. Come on now. I don't got. I mean, he's
Heavyweight
shape,
is not the
but
same
that
as
don't mean I gotta get a
135
6-pack.
pound
That's all
dudes.
I'm saying. I don't gotta get a 6-pack. That's all I'm saying. All right. Okay.
You gonna fight
Please
at
don't
heavyweight
body
division?
shame me. All right.
You know how
I'ma
strong
go
them
fight.
dudes are?
I'm gonna go fight. And don't body shame me. All right. Please. All
No,
right.
you do not want to fight no heavyweight division, boy.
Watch more UFC, people. If you want to see the number one fight, the best people in the division, they'll do it. They move
Rey
up the weight
Mysterio
class,
better, man.
fight the
Roman
champion
Reigns
in the
more
next weight
entertaining than
class.
anybody in UFC. Stop talking about UFC, bro. That shit's trash.
All right, man. We hip hop podcast. We haven't talked about hip hop all yet. So we today we covering who we covering, Bryson?
Outkast, but wait, I thought we had one more thing. It's whatever. I'm messing up the
Oh,
conversation.
Timberland. Y'all want to talk about
okay.
Timberland? We all want to talk about
Yeah,
Timberland.
let's get into
Oh, we
it.
talking about
While
that
we
first?
angry,
Okay.
I want to. Yeah, let me
while
get
we
the anger out first
ranting,
before we
while we
get.
ranting. Let's go.
Yeah.
Your favorite producer, B. You start us off on this subject.
No, I got nothing but hate for this. This fool Timberland talking about he's starting up an AI startup where they making AI music. And he even said, and I really need to pull up the quote so I can use the exact quote. This because he really mentioned like giving dead artists like more burn basically by making AI songs.
Yeah.
Completely embarrassing in my opinion. Um, Completely something that should not be a part of the culture in
Yeah,
any way, shape, or
listen to
form.
this quote. Listen, he says, this is his quote. It's going to really be a new way of creating a new way of generating money with less costs, right? AKA, you don't got to pay for the artists that you making music with, right? Because they did, and you're just using their voice. And then the influential beatmaker told Forbes in the exclusive interview, "I'm already here. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to lead the way." This is trash. This is trash. Absolutely
He
trash.
about to make an Aaliyah album, dog.
He probably will.
If he ain't already started on it, bro, that's so garbage. If these people
So
passed away, you gotta let them
weird.
rest in peace, man. Why are you? I don't like it for living artists or whoever. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody,
Artists make their
yeah.
own stuff. We not making the computers out here. And we already talked about how I hate on these AI things anyway. But why are we doing this? Where you sitting up here taking other people's likeness, image, voice, um, style, and making new songs with a computer making new songs with it. That's absolutely and the antithesis of hip hop, man. It's trash in every way, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gross, man. It's gross. I don't know why. Uh, Number one, this should already be illegal. It should be illegal. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't. I said I'll be honest right now. I haven't listened to a single AI song. I refuse to listen to them. I know some of them have been like viral. Oh, look at this! Look at this Kanye song. Look at this Drake song. I won't listen to a single one. I'm boycotting this crap. It's gross. It's stupid. It should be illegal. I'm definitely not listening to
Exactly.
one from a dead artist. I'm definitely not listening to the Biggie
It's
song.
nasty. Yeah. I honestly hope so. I hope Biggie's estate sues Timbaland or something like this. Got to stop right now. Make an example out of this dude. This cannot go on. And for him to be an artist himself and say that this is great. He said something about these artists. It'll help the artists who can't make it because they can use their own style, but put legendary artist voice over theirs to make
Yeah, if
them
you got a
pop and
bad
get some
voice,
shine.
if you got a bad voice,
Yeah,
go ahead and use some AI to yeah. That's
it's
trash.
nasty. I don't even understand how someone could think this is a good idea. I don't see the good that can come from it. Just because someone passed away, you want to use their voice, that's not a good enough reason. I always wanted to work with Biggie. Now I got that chance. Like,
No, you
that's not
don't.
a good enough
You're working with a
excuse. Yeah.
computer. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. That's what's so frustrating about it. Is like, why would you even think that?
Right.
Like,
That's
why would
Yeah.
you even think? Like, why would you take that as like, I got a chance to work with Biggie? Are you kidding
right.
me?
Yeah.
So basically you minimizing this man to a voice basically like, but he's more than that.
Yeah.
So you saying you're not working with the person, you're working with his voice that you
On a
stole. By the
computer,
way,
you think a computer
Yeah.
is the equivalent of working with Big? Like, it's
Yeah.
disgusting. I can't believe that he really believes this crap, or is he's getting a bunch of money to be the mouthpiece for this? Like, any way it go is nasty all the way around. I was shocked to read this, and I saw like Young Guru called him out. I was like, this is dangerous and corny. Like, I
yeah.
don't understand. I can't
Yeah.
even believe that he would even like as an artist. He's been an artist for so long. How could you come out here and promote this as if this is cool for our artists are feeling good about it?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the reason why he can promote it is because they haven't figured out AI beat making yet. I mean, he could produce this and it's not stealing
That
from
won't be
him.
long, man. That
I
won't be
mean,
long.
Exactly.
he could take advantage. He's willing to take advantage of other people's. My point is not he's not the one being taken advantage of. That's all. So
Oh, interesting. So okay, so you saying that, but do you? Because I was at first I was trying to give the benefit of the doubt, like, oh well, maybe he don't think of it as really taking advantage or really being negative towards these artists or really using these artists' voice in the wrong way. But I mean, you're right. Maybe he is sitting around like, hey, it ain't me, so screw it. If somebody else gonna do it, might as well I get paid.
They don't make it right either.
yeah,
But my I just honestly, like, before I sent the article, I was like, oh, let me read it before I send it, because it could just be a headline. And then I was like, this man is giving actual quotes about this. Like, this is just disgusting. And especially coming from hip hop, where the artists have gotten screwed over so much. And he came from the back in the day, and not like when they were doing it the most. And for him to give voice to this and try to big up it is just disgusting. I don't understand how you could even do something like that. Like I said, I don't see the positives from it at all,
Yeah.
besides money. That's the only thing. Money is what you're doing it for? Tim,
Yeah.
you had to have made millions. Like,
He got
you could do
millions on
something
millions.
else. You could
That's-
work with new artists.
That's the thing, man. Greedy people, man. It's all about more money. They don't care. They don't care. There's never enough.
That's disgusting, though. I mean, like this was. I
Yeah.
was shocked, man. I can't. I mean, like I said, I couldn't believe it when I read this.
Yeah.
I hope
I
this
can't
gets shut
respect you
down
after
some kind of
that.
way. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I do not want to hear no fucking Aaliyah song come out, dude. I would be super pissed when the new Aaliyah, like, don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
New
Like,
Aaliyah
that's
and
gotta
Biggie
be what he
song
got
coming out
planned.
together.
Yeah.
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 I
You know what
know,
I'm saying?
man.
He
Aaliyah
said
with
that. He
Michael
said
Jackson.
that you could
know what I
get you
mean?
could
Like,
get
come on, man.
collabs
Come
that
on,
you
man.
could never get before. He said this in this
Yeah, I saw.
yeah. He was like,
Who
you can get
cares about
collabs
the
that you'll never see before.
collabs? I don't need them. They weren't alive at the same time. They don't need to be together. They didn't make a song together. It wasn't his intention to. Like, it's
Right.
fine,
It
dog.
wasn't meant to be.
Just let.
It wasn't meant
Yeah,
to be.
I mean, and we can
that's
talk about this, but
life.
this is a continued cheapening of art. So in music art especially, because like you see, they'll still pin a gajillion dollars on a painting sitting in their house, but
Mm-hmm.
you music they turned it into just some crap that like it's a thing. Like you stream it all the time. It's cheap, cheap, cheap. You get 0.001 cents or whatever to listen to one song. And now it's,
Hmm.
oh, now we don't even need you to make the song. Thanks for
Yeah.
putting your voice out there. The computers and ate that up, and they're gonna go ahead and put that together with some new words. And now, boom, you're good. Thanks for all your contributions to the genre. You know what I mean? It's like that's
Exactly.
insane.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
artists aren't getting no splits off of it. It's nasty. This is nasty.
Yeah, Timberland down
you-
bad for that, man.
what you saying that though, the cheapening of art, I remember for a while everybody was making a big deal about AI making art pieces and stuff like that. Do
Mhm.
you feel that same way about AI making art, or is that different? Because art is super subjective.
No,
I mean,
it's
I
the
don't
same. I feel
know
the same.
about like you talk about like paintings and stuff of
Yeah.
visual
like
art.
pictures and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not obviously my wife is an artist, but I'm not an expert on visual art, because it's not just that either. Because I don't know if you read about this, but on Amazon, a lot of people been telling the AI to write a novel, and they've been selling them on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a bunch of
Mm.
AI written novels, and that's also an art form that you got computers just spitting them out super fast. One of my coworkers told me he went and told the Chat GPT to write a novel about. And he told it like what to write about, and he got like a 300-page book or something. I was like, that's crazy. So the art has been cheapened, and they're trying to cheapen it across the board with this AI stuff.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
it's every type of art. It's every type of art. It's not just music. I think the painting and stuff. I feel the same way because again, it's all about how they teach the AI. All of these things, they are basically word calculators or they are image calculators, whatever. But they fed it a bunch of pictures. They fed it a bunch of images. This is what art is, and then now the computer can spit out another one because it taught it using my art, a human's art. The image, it's not just randomly generating stuff. They taught it with my art, so that's why I think it's unfair. That's why I think it's lame because
And they're using all of us to teach these things. So
Mhm.
the ones that you get when you call a customer service, they try to make these fake voices sound more and more real. And where do they get that from? They get that from all of our phone conversations that they save, all of our email stuff that they read, text messages, and then they're like, okay, this is how people talk. Boom. Now you go ahead and Look at it. Look how realistic it sounds. You know, it's
Yeah.
I don't really know how to feel about it as a tool, but I know using it for this type of stuff is terrible.
Yeah,
Using it for other stuff is fine, but using it for art is just like I said. It's
I don't know how I feel about visual arts or books because, first of all, visual art, I feel like when I look at an art piece that I really like, it's either already a picture of something that I like if it's a skyline in New York or something like that. Like that can be done in many different ways, but it's still the skyline of New York. So if an artist did it or if an AI did it, I don't think that would matter that much to me. Music is different because you're actually using someone's voice. Art, I get that you're feeding it other people's art, but that's like saying no idea is original and which I don't know. So that's what I
I
said.
kind
I
of see
don't
what
know
you're
how I
saying.
feel.
yeah.
Yes, it's
So
a
if
little
you
different.
you're talking about if you like drawing pictures of, like you said, a realistic image, a skyline or something like that. Yeah, that's different. But we're talking about you know, not all the art is like that. It'd be
Yeah,
like
But
impressionist
even
work and things like that.
yeah, but even complex art like that, like I don't know. Maybe because I don't see the value in that type of art in the first place when
right. You're
people
not a
like throw the
fan of
paint on.
paintings, yeah.
Yeah, when they throw like just throw the paint on the art. Like I like some paintings. No, don't get me wrong. Like when they're
You're not
super
listening to
creative,
enough Jay-Z, Doug. You don't know about
but
buying
when they
art.
throw random paint on there, and I forgot what that art expression is
Oh,
called, and
abstract type art.
yeah, and they let it drip down and stuff. Like I can't be mad if the AI do the same thing. I don't know. Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't see the value in that. But that's the thing. But then if I go
Yeah,
to the gallery and I want to see some fine art, is it just going to be a bunch of, well, this is what a real man did, and then this is the AI faking it,
Right.
you know,
That's my
and
thing.
doing his style, or
Exactly.
whatever. Like that's some bullshit. And then I
You
don't like
might
that. And then people will try to pass it off as his if he's
right.
dead or
yeah,
something. So it's the
Exactly.
same type of thing.
And that's my thing. You might say, "Oh, all they did was throw this paint on the wall," but the thing is somebody had to be creative enough to do it, and they threw it. They threw the colors that look good or whatever. I don't know. I mean, whatever you. I might not want to buy it, but then to say that, okay, I'm gonna teach an AI with this image. The AI was not
yeah.
able to splash the paint on the
Right.
canvas. The AI
That's true.
just learned how to do it from me. I taught it. Okay, or not
Yeah.
me, but the artist taught it. So I should get paid. If I'm the teacher, I should get paid.
I mean,
That's
we love
all.
hip hop here, and that's just like when I was listening to Shade 45 always had this thing they used to play between songs, and they'd be like, there was this real country dude, and he'd just say some stuff like, I don't get all that hip hop, it's just niggers talking. And so like of course that's how some people might feel about hip hop. Like they don't see the value in it. We might not see all the values in different visual art pieces, but it's like something, hey, I don't know what that is. It's not my field of expertise. But like I said, books, you could copy a whole writer's writing style and make a book like his, and you can go to Chat GPT right now and say, I'm gonna write a fantasy novel with
Yeah,
all black people, but like it's George R. Martin, and
yeah,
write it in a modern setting, and then that spit out a book in his style with different people's perspectives and stuff. That's not good. That's
yeah.
trash. It's that take that. Well, he didn't even finish his books that he's supposed to be writing. So to take these people real time. These artists really put their life in their art. It's if how many people artists are failing at art. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they're not making big monetary success. So now we're gonna have computers that's just out here basically just copying the greats and serving that up to us as if that's what we want. Like that's not. You want the artists to come out with their art and be creative. You want that in your society.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
Besides, I don't need no Terminators shooting at me while they paint this and be like, "You like Monet too? Now die." You know what I mean? Like you don't trust these robots, man. Kill them all, man. Shut this
No,
AI
I'm definitely down
down.
with killing the AI. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So Bryson, you wearing the shirt.
All right.
We wanted to get
Back at it.
into a Outkast, man. This is we talk a lot about Southern artists at this podcast. We talk a lot about hip hop, and we talked about the best hip hop groups and stuff like that. And we haven't covered Outkast yet. We review a lot of classic albums. We have not talked about Outkast yet. So today we're going through their whole catalog, or at least as much as we can get through before we gotta go. So let's jump right into it, man.
Like a sub.
Outkast. Yeah, for sure. Outkast. We're gonna start with Southern Playalistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So first off, I want to start. There's several things we got to talk about as we go through Outkast. I mean, first off, we want to talk about, are they the best hip hop group? We want to talk about where they lie as individual rappers and as a group in in the grand scheme of hip hop. So let's start off with Outkast. My intro. Yeah, my intro to let you know is their first song on Southern Playalistic. What y'all think of this one?
I like this one, man. I like this one. I went back to this album and listened to it a couple different ways. And so it was interesting, and this is gonna be a fun discussion. But I like my intro to let you know.
Yeah, I love this song. I love this whole album. I gotta be honest. I love this whole album. We want to rank the albums as well, but this album is. I feel like I forgot how much I like this one because I always listen to Aquemini, and and then there's songs from ATLiens that I always listen to as well. So I just feel like I don't listen to this one as much, but I love this. This I love this. The first song from Andre. This first verse from Andre. I love the line he had about he got like he said he had a lot of S word on his mind. So wipe the boo boo off my brain from the and then I finished with the rhyme. Yeah, I got I like that bar. I like this song a lot. It starts off come out right out the gate swinging on this album.
Yeah, the first, I'll say Moses' album is great from the beginning. But go ahead. What's up?
No, I agree. I just for all of my whole thing with the Outkast is I just love their production. I love how they sound on all the albums. Just that Southern sound. It's just nothing could beat it to me. So it just sounds very clever to me.
I want to talk about this production because I mean, obviously, their first album it's all produced by Organized Noise, but in their later albums, I mean, Outkast themselves produce a lot of the songs, and they have all kinds of production. But so we're gonna talk about that as we go through. But Organized Noise definitely did their thing on this first album. The production is great.
Mm-hmm.
So next song. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying great production. Next song ain't no thing but a wang. Yeah. Great song.
Yeah, I love how this album starts. So I love this song.
Any special bars or verses that y'all think about this song?
I didn't write down my favorite bars, man.
I love Andre's verse on this where he says one is in the air and one is in the chamber. You ask me what I'm doing. I'm releasing anger. I love that. I love that bar. Yeah. And yeah. That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite bars in the whole album. I love that part. And then I know Eminem made a song with that line or whatever as the chorus. But yeah, I love that. Anything else saying out about this song?
Nah, we got a lot to go through. So
all right. So
I didn't know we was getting this in depth on every song.
Okay. All right. So Southern Playalistic.
Classic song.
Yeah. This is the title track.
Yeah, I mean you hear this one a lot, so this one didn't I guess listen to it in album form. I was cool because normally I wouldn't stop and like listen to it just because I've heard it so much over the years. Not that I have any problems with it. I like the song a lot, but it's just one of those. I've been hearing this song my whole life, basically. So
yeah. All right. This is I was just listening to a lot of the verses because one of the things I wanted to talk about as we go through this, people always single out Andre in the group. This is people always single out Andre. They say he's one of the greatest rappers, even on the top 50 list. Andre is like number 12 on that Billboard list, and Big Boy's not on it, right? So the thing is that people act like one is amazing and the other is a chump. And this is true for a lot of hip hop groups. I mean, people love Prodigy. Nobody really talks. Havoc's not a great rapper. People love Q-Tip, but Life is not as great of a rapper, or so on and so forth. We could do this all day. People love Lauryn Hill, but Praz is not a great rapper.
Yeah, Praz sucks. Okay.
Yeah. So
hold your head, Praz.
So, but people treat Big Boy the same way.
What, man? Dude he got a real big face, and I don't want him to go to jail.
You can't say dude sucks. Hold your head, bro.
His rapping sucks. I'm sorry, what you didn't say? I don't mean to lie. Talk about how much I like his rapping now. Oh man,
I mean, just space it out a little bit or something. Circle back around to the shout out or something.
Are we about to move on past him? I just wanted to make sure I said, hey, hope you all right, dog.
Nah, dude. Hey, man, I don't know, dude.
I think it's
federal.
But
go ahead.
I have no context of Outkast because, of course, they started making music before I was even born. So by the time I really even started listening to music and got big, Andre more specifically was already thought of as one of the greats. So I don't know if it's because of the mystique that he has now, or if he even had that mystique back then that made him high on the list. Because I know mystique always plays a big part in bigging up somebody. So was it like that even back in the 2005s when people were having these conversations?
Oh, no? 05 is different, but early on,
05,
it was always
2000.
Most people was like in where I grew up in New Orleans and talk to different people. A lot of people didn't like Andre. All the stuff Andre was because he was on that weird stuff, especially after this album.
Right.
So he went all the way weird, and Big Boy is weird, but not in the same way. He always had the more street element to it. So that's part of it. The Andre So Great was a later development. That was, I feel like, created kind of, it depends on like who you were talking to, I guess.
Right. So this is the thing. I think Eminem is the first person to single him out on his album when he lists, he says Andre from Outkast, Jada Corrupt, Nas and Emmy, when he lists out all his favorite artists. I feel like he's the first one to single him out. One, and then before, it was like, because Andre's straight up trying to be gangster on his first album, right? He just wants to, all of his bars
on the same page, right?
Yeah,
right.
All his bars about guns and
and they're younger.
Yep, and then it's on the second album. He says he's quit drugs and everything. He's sober, and it's way more spiritual. There's a lot of more like bars that are spiritual, stuff like that. And then on Equipment High, he addresses that. And we want to talk about it. The first song is "Return of the Gangster," and he's like, his whole verse is addressing what people's reaction to his change. Say y'all be gospel rapping, but they be steady clapping. All this. So it's I think that's the thing. So that's kind of the story, but somehow it went from there being a mixed reaction to Andre to this universal, people love him, and Big Boy just kind of like, I don't know, fell by the wayside or was like forgotten about. And that's what I think it's weird.
So do you think if Big Boy got mystique and just went into the shadows, like Andre, his star would also grow? Or
I don't think it was the shadows that did it. I mean, Andre, he, like I said, it was before the shadows. It was after the Equipment Eye stuff that everybody started. So they still had, they still had Stagonia, and they still had, there's the speaker box level below, and Andre's stock just kept going up, and Big Boy's was the same or steady.
And it's funny too because the stock of it is like, it's not based on reality a lot of times either. That's the thing that's so weird to me is Big Boy has great verses throughout. So I mean, we'll talk about it if we keep going.
So that's my thing. So on Southern Playalistic, that's why I thought Southern Playalistic, the song, Big Boy has the better verse. I like that verse better. I also like his verse better on Call of the Wild.
Right. And I love Call of the Wild.
Yeah, I like Call of the Wild. And y'all had any thoughts about Call of the Wild, or we're gonna keep going through this album?
It's great. It's great. I mean, yeah, I don't know how much time you want to spend on that one, but I love that song.
And then we go to Players Ball, which was their first single, which is dope. I mean, it's like a Christmas song. You know, a hip hop Christmas song, which is a novelty in and of itself. Is dope. And this is a great first single from them. But I think Andre has the better verse on this song. You know, that and this sample, they sampled his verse from this song in that first in the first on my intro song. But the Coke Rum and Indo feels my body, where's the party? That's like a famous thing, and I think this is what Andre's great at: the delivery of those type of rhymes, those things. It just like it immediately grabs you. When he does that. It's like, oh, like I feel like it's you don't have to like dig deep. It just automatically grabs your attention. You know what I mean? And it could steal the show on a verse. It could steal the show on a song by doing something like that. Whereas, and then like even like everyone knows the on Miss Jackson, the forever, ever, ever, forever, ever. It's not like he's doing something super lyrical, but just the creativity to stop and deliver a line in this way, I think is one of the things that makes him so popular. If that makes sense.
Does that not make him better creatively wise? Right.
I think Big Boy does a lot of interesting things too. I think, I mean, maybe, I don't know. It's not like Big Boy.
I should have went through and scored who had better verses on every song if I'd have thought about it. When I re-listened, I should have went through and been like, and had a tally at the end.
Yeah,
just said, okay.
Tight.
That's a lot of work.
We still could.
Yeah, they got a lot of songs.
Yeah, they got a lot of songs.
All right, so all claim it true. Who had the better stuff? Players Ball we gave to Andre, right? So on claim it true, who we had?
I like Big Boy. I feel like is better. I said Players Ball is Andre. Yeah, Andre. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Claim it true. I like Big Boy's.
That's a Big Boy verse, I think.
And then, Get Up, Get Out is CeeLo for sure. Right? I mean, CeeLo still the show on that one.
What about what you call? You skip one.
Funky Ride.
Oh, Funky Ride is not a rapping. Funky Ride is a great song.
Okay.
It's not rapping. I think it's a good song.
I did not like this when I listened when it came on.
Oh, okay. You don't like it. All right.
I was like, oh, yeah, forgot about this. Skip. Like it was like, ugh. I mean, of course I let it rock, but like I don't listen to this album straight through very much at all. And honestly, the only song I ever go back to on here is my favorite one we're gonna get to when we get to it. But I don't go back to this album very much at all for Outkast. So it's interesting to go back to it.
That's the thing. I usually not go to this album back as much as I do Equipment Eye, but when I played this through, I love this whole thing straight through. To me, we haven't touched a skip track yet. There's not a single song that I thought was bad. I even like Funky Ride. But yeah, I love Crumbling Herb. I love that one. And I think
Outkast song all the time.
Crumbling Herb is about one of my favorites.
Outkast.
So
and I think Big Boy has the best verse on this one too.
This one's hard to pick one, man.
Yeah.
I can't pick one on this one.
Crumbling Herb?
Yeah. Who you got?
I love the 10 millimeter F9,
Yeah.
see, I added millimeter, like I love
Yes.
that, I love
That's what I'm saying. I can't pick. I can't pick neither one of these.
but that's what I'm saying. But that's Big Boy. I'm saying that's Big Boy with because he like stops
Oh, right.
with he stops, he changes the flow to do
Yeah.
that 10 millimeter 9 thing. That's the type of thing I feel like people love Andre for, but
Big
Big
Boy
Boy
has
does it
great
too.
great flows.
Yeah, tons of
That's
flows.
yeah. I'm about to say he has a lot of different ones, and he's good at different speeds stuff. So yeah, I never. I'm anytime somebody says something about that, that's like both of them got great flows. But this song, I can't pick a winner.
I'm gonna say Big Boy. I like his voice over this beat better. It stands out a little bit more to me on this beat.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. That's
I mean, listen, it could be a
Andre. Come
tie.
on, there. It's time to smoke out until we choke out like something.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, man. Like I'm not picking one of these two on this song.
But see, this is why they're the greatest group to me, because of any other group, it's not close. And this is, to me, of any rap group, they are the closest in skill, both being super elite rappers and not being
Okay,
not both being mediocre or something like that, but both
that's
being
fair.
super elite, both being rappers that I have, I have them both in my top five. For me personally, I just name the group in my top five. Whenever people ask my top five, I say just Outkast. But if I had to split them up, I would still just list them both. They would take up two slots for me. And
Hey, I mean, I love, I like, I think Fife has great songs on Tribe songs. I think they're pretty close. I like Q-Tip better, but I think part of that's his voice.
yeah,
But Fife got a lot of funny lines, and then De La Soul is. I mean, I feel like that's a really well balanced group.
yeah, for
Um,
sure.
the Roots always had different people on there, so I thought a lot of those are great. You know,
Yeah, but with the
um,
roots, it's black. Well, I mean, if you talk about Malik, Malik B is great too. I mean, but
on a bunch of those,
not
yeah, those early albums, it's fantastic rapping. So I
yeah,
never
it's
had no
just he
issue with
didn't
that. And I'm trying to think of
stick with the
some
group.
other groups. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't think they're the only one that's. But yes, at this level, I would agree.
And with
I
this
would
many
agree.
classics, like that's the
Right,
other thing, because
right.
they go three in a row right out the gate. Tribe does that too, but that's the only other group that you could say that about. Three in a row right out the
Yeah,
gate,
they don't
classics.
break up right away. They don't. Yeah, they keep it going for a while, and they're not really broken up. But Andre don't want to make no more music, so
Right. So, and then the only one we didn't talk about, Hootie Who. I love Big Boy comes in with the before the beat comes
I'm
in,
about to
and
say,
I love
yeah,
his verse. Yeah.
yes, but I don't know if I love this song.
No? Oh, I like this.
I don't know.
So, all right. Well, we can move on to the next album. Well, what would y'all rate this album? Would you? I'd give it a perfect 10 out of 10. I don't. There's no skip tracks in it.
Uh, no. I mean, in its time, I would say 10 out of 10, but now my ears, I need the mix to be better. But yeah, I'm giving it at minimum an 8, if not higher.
Yeah, I agree. As far as how I'm listening to this today, would I throw every song on here into my mix? No. So I don't know what that means. Does that mean it's a 9? That's fair. I wouldn't go no lower than that.
Okay. Yeah, I there was a single song that I like. I like Hootie Hoo. Y'all. I guess y'all don't like it, not as high on it, but I like it. So then when we go to ATLiens, the next album, um, what y'all wait, hold on. What y'all think of this one? Starts off with two dope boys in a Cadillac.
I mean, I don't have nothing but positive stuff to say about this album.
Okay, so
Yeah.
is this your favorite Outkast album?
I don't know because I couldn't pick between AT Aliens and Equipment Eye if I had to.
Okay. All right. This is I what's interesting about this album to me is that it's like the shortest. It's like the straight up boom bap album.
Yeah.
It's not as like that. The other one, all produced by Organized Noise, was way more funky. right? And this one is like
Mhm.
just way more standard hip.
Man, it's super funky to me.
I mean, it's a lot more boom bap than the other one,
Man,
at least.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's this one because this is the one when I found out about Outkast, basically. So like, this is when I first started listening to them as a kid. So I just got too much love for this album to be unbiased, I guess. But I do have a couple on that I skipped. So we can talk
Okay.
about those when we get to them.
All right. So then,
But Two Dope Boys in the Cadillac, perfection, no problems with
Classic
that one.
song.
Yeah.
okay. Now, my favorite song is the title track after that, and I definitely Big Boy is my favorite verse on this song. The first verse,
Yep.
I love this first verse. The whole thing. I mean, yeah, cooler than a polar bear's toenails. Like I love that. You know, I love this whole verse. It's the
Yep.
M.I. cricket letter. Ain't no one better when I'm on the microphone. You better wear your sweater because I'm cooler than a polar bear's toenails. Oh, yeah, I love this song. I think this is my favorite verse on the whole album. Honestly, I know people are going to talk about Andres, elevators, and all that stuff, but I love this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was super in the pocket on this song. Like it seemed like he made this beat was made for him. But
Mhm.
yeah, he killed this one for sure.
Because Andre gets on it, and I feel like he is all like a little off beat, like my oral illustration. It's like like I just a little awkward to me. His flow, yeah, if that makes sense. Not to say it's bad, but
No, his verse is phenomenal in it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I
Yeah.
can pick a favorite on this song, man.
Nah, I see what you're saying. Because yeah, Andre definitely kind of is the Big Boy seems like he's rolling with the beat, like, yeah, I'm rolling with the punches, I'm going, and Andre kind of switches it to like his own, he slows down on it a little bit. So I definitely like Big
it's
Boy's
just
verse.
different. It's just different. I
Yeah.
mean, like some people might like it better, but I like when the rap is just like in the pocket on the beat, like it just
Yeah.
that's just me personally. But not to say that Andre's verse is bad or by any means. And I love this song. Like I said, this is one of my favorite songs on the album, and it's definitely Big Boy is my favorite verse, just personally.
Yeah.
So, what about after that? We get to
Wheels of Steel, right?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and this is
I love
like
that
their
song.
only song that they go like back and forth, right? Do they have another song where they do that back and forth?
Oh, I don't. Now that you say that, man, I don't really know. I don't think so. But I love
Yeah.
this song. I love this song. I love this smooth beat. I love this. I love the verses. I love what they're saying. You're right. Their back and forth is great. So I'm a big fan.
Yeah, it's just interesting to me that as a group, they don't have a ton of that.
Yeah,
And I
because that's
guess
all like you get a ton of that on certain other people's albums.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Any other thoughts on that one before we move on? Okay, then Jazzy Bell. It's another great one.
It's cool.
It's cool.
Never been my favorite.
You do not like the story tracks as much, or
I don't like this one. I mean, I don't know what to say.
okay,
I don't love the song. I don't think it's a bad song. I like the song. I just don't love the song.
yeah, all right, I hear that.
I mean, on an album like this, where I love every song, the ones I don't love are kind of stand out.
Okay, all right, okay. So I can see why if you don't like songs like that, I can see why you think like J. Cole is born or something like that. 'Cause, I mean, that's just to tell a
Please don't
story.
compare Outkast to J. Cole.
Just tell a story about just relatable stuff. I don't know.
No, I like but again, I mean, I don't think that's the issue. I just don't love this particular beat. I don't never
Yeah.
love this particular song to the level of everything around it, basically. So again, it's those type of things stand out on albums too, because put this on somebody else's album, it might be their best song. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. No, that's true. And then of course we get to Elevators, which is one of their biggest songs. The song that people talk about for Andre when they talk about him being the greatest or one of the greatest of all time, they definitely talk about that second verse, that last verse.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do y'all think about this? I mean, or first, before we get to that last verse, what do y'all think about the rest of it?
I mean, this is one of the best songs ever to me.
Okay, so then I just wanted to talk. Well, what do y'all think about this last Andre verse that makes, because people say this is one of the or this, a lot of times this is their go-to verse. Say Andre's the greatest. Listen to this verse. What about this verse stands out, makes it worthy of being
great? This verse is why. I mean, I love this verse, but I don't know if is it way better than the Big Boy verse on it. I mean, I love all the verses on this song.
Yeah.
But I do like the way he does the conversation to this guy or whatever that talks to him randomly. He does it in the verse kind of really so flawless, and the flow on it is so great. And he's like, I live by the beat like you, and then he goes to that, and then he chases, so it's fantastic. But I don't. I mean, I love every verse on the song. It's hard for me to sit up there and say that that's so much better than, just like the stuff that Big Boy be saying. I don't know, man. I don't know.
So, well, that's what I'm saying. Is because it's like he tells a story. I think Andre is definitely better at storytelling than Big Boy. That's one thing I would say is, I feel like, clear from listening through all the albums. Andre tells his story, and it is like you can you can just envision it, and it seems clear, and then he does it, like you said, effortlessly. It doesn't. It feels like he changes his flows and switches. It all feels effortless. He never feels like he's offbeat. And then the flows themselves are all so interesting, like I said, and then at the same time, he's like dropping, knowledge on you as well. So I think all those things are, it's just special when, you do it all together, I guess.
That's my personal favorite type of rapping, actually, is people could talk over the beat kind of, but it still sounds great. So I love when Andre does that.
Yeah, everybody can't do it.
No,
not at all.
So my thing is just that it's interesting because that's not like, it's interesting because people would say, I mean, it's not what that is. That doesn't seem like lyricism to me, if that makes sense. Like doesn't seem like that verse is lyrical, if I would say that word, but this is
oh yeah, there's a lot of technical things going on with it.
Yeah, being able to stay in the pocket and make it so clear to me is art in and of itself. So
yeah,
and that's one of the things that both of them do very well, is the flow wise. They're always very clear.
Yeah,
you hear everything that they say completely, basically all the time. So it's like, it always stands out on the record. It always mixed right too.
For sure. All right, and then they produce this. It's one of the biggest hits. They produce it. That's super dope. I mean, that's another thing I feel like that makes them stand apart. Where as many of the other, like many other, we talk about other greatest rappers. If we talk about Jay-Z or somebody like that, he's not producing his hits. You can't say that about most other greatest rappers. But with Outkast, they can say that about several of their biggest hits. They produce them, and so I think that's another thing that makes them special.
I would like to know what technical proficiency they had actually producing their own music, like how it was done. I don't know if there's, I mean, I know there's probably not an Outkast doc, but like, is there video clips? Like, how do they actually make the beat from scratch, or how does it go?
I mean, this beat is not, the Elevators beat is not like,
no, it's not nothing crazy.
Yeah,
no, but I mean, this isn't the only song they produce either.
No,
they produce. So that's why I would like to know, but
I mean, yeah, I don't know. They don't have that.
It has their name, but like, is Big Boy really the one producing all of it, or and Andre just like gives them some tips, or other way around, or do they switch roles sometimes? Like one of them does more than the other sometimes, or what? But
Yeah, that's interesting because in their later albums, it has separated, and it'll say Andre produced this or it'll say Big Boy produced this, but for their first four at least, it just says it just says them as a group. So
yeah, that's something I would like to know.
But all right, then let's move on. Elevator Over the Woods. What y'all think of this one?
Love this song.
Good song
All
to
right.
me.
Yeah.
We
Good
not
song.
skipping.
All right. Okay, so then let's move right on then. Babylon. It's one of my favorites. This is one of my favorites, and I think obviously Andre is the star of this one. I mean, in my opinion.
Yep. I agree with that. What about Waylon?
I love Waylon too. I love Waylon.
Yep. This is nothing but love, man. Nothing but love on this album, man.
Yeah, I got nothing bad to say about Waylon.
I got nothing bad to say about no other song on it.
Oh, so it's just Jazzy Bell's the worst song for you?
Yeah.
Mainstream, I think is just all right to me.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, yeah. Mainstream just okay. It's very mid to me. What about you, Bryson? You got any skips to you?
No, no, I don't have skips for Outkast. They're the way that y'all try to make me listen to Run DMC, and I don't really have a respect for them, is the way I give the respect to Outkast now. I don't want to hear none of that 80s stuff, but I'll listen to Outkast and them all day respectfully.
No, that's
I don't understand the difference in respect level.
I don't either, man. I just ageist, dog. I just,
Okay.
That's what I'm talking
about. That 10-year difference is big time.
Exactly, the big difference.
Yeah. Okay. I guess.
I respect all artists. If their music is good.
All right. So y'all like Decatur Poems?
Yeah.
Y'all like or songs, I'm sorry.
Millennium. Yep.
Y'all like Millennium, I love. And again, that's another one that I feel like Andre is a star on. But honestly, other than Elevators, Babylon and Millennium, I feel like Big Boy is the better rapper on this album. To me, that's one of the things that was surprising to me when I listened to it.
Growing Old also?
On what? What is it?
Because I gave him that one.
I can't remember. I can't even remember.
On 13th floor?
Yeah, I can't remember. I can't really pick between the two. I can't think of.
Okay.
I can't think of like something on Andre's wrist that was like.
Okay. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. 13th Floor is honestly one of my lesser favorite songs too. On that one. This is just kind of mid to me.
And then I see this. There ain't nothing else on there, right? Because I know they got different versions of this album, and they be having different stuff on the back.
No, from what I know.
Elevators remix, right?
Yeah, but
how
about the remix?
I don't like the remix as much anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. I honestly like this one less than Southern Playlistic. I didn't think I was going to say that going into
I do too.
But I like this less than Southern Playlistic.
Me too.
100%.
Me too.
Okay.
There's songs that, like I was saying, are mid to me, like Mainstream or Growing Old. I don't have that for Southern Playlistic. To me, the whole thing is amazing. And so I would honestly rank this, as their, at least their third best album. So
from what I say, this number 3 for me.
Yeah.
Third best when you don't miss is pretty great.
No, yeah, of course.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's not a bad album at all.
I give it a
would rank
9
this
if I had to
above
rank it.
Southern Playalistic to me.
You
But-
have it above, you said?
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about like, I don't know. I think this is like a 10 to me. 9.8, 9.7. So what I said, Southern Players will be at 9, 9.2, something like that.
Yeah.
It's not like I mean, we like really splitting hairs on these type of albums. It's hard for me too. So especially when we listen to a bunch of them in a row. It's like I'll listen to one for a couple of days, maybe, and try to listen to the next one. And
But that's what I'm saying. To me, it's not splitting hairs because like I said, the Southern Playlist, as many times I listen to it, I still love Who and all those songs.
But I like these in different. I like them all in different places, different ways, different times. This album is got more. Is different. Is an older person's album than Southern Playalistic. So yes, I mean you're right. They're different. I don't.
It's also to me the least innovative album. Like it's the least different sounding album. Like I feel like with some of these beats or some of this production and stuff like that, I could find other production like that somewhere else. Whereas their other albums, it's like only find this on Outkast. Like you only find.
But I think the highs on there are as high as they ever get.
Oh, so you think like Elevators is like their best song?
I think it's up there with their best songs. I mean, it's super hard to me to be like, okay,
right, yeah,
this song's up there at the best. But if I had to rank them, Elevators would be in the top tier or whatever that I made for them.
Yeah, it's definitely top tier.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think AT Aliens is, like I said, my favorite song on there. But and Elevators is
what I'm saying.
Next to it, and then Babylon and Millennium are right after that. But I think there are definitely songs on Equipment Eye that I like more 100%. So let's jump right into it.
I mean, I think Two Dope Boys also is going to be up there at the top tier to me.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we going to Equipment Eye next?
Yeah, and like we said, we already talked about it. It starts with Return of the Gangster. Andre addressing the hate that he got for AT Aliens. And I love his verse on it. I think I love it. So
yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, this album is pretty perfect, man. I'm not gonna have any problems unless we talk about maybe Slump or Mamacita.
Oh, Mamacita is definitely a skip to me. 100%. I hate Mamacita.
But that's about it. I guess maybe the Nathaniel part, but like it's not a lot of blemishes on this one. And I would say most of these songs would be in the S tier. So
yes.
Like if I made a tier list, like most of this stuff would be up there with their top songs.
I also think most of the songs, this is like I said, I think Big Boy was the better rapper on AT Aliens, to me, personally, just me. But I think Andre is definitely the better rapper on Equipment Eye. And I think this is part of that, I guess maybe the part of the start of that legend where Andre became the one, I guess, from them. I mean, maybe I'm just guessing. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Because it starts off with Return of the Gangster, and then Andre, kills that.
And you got Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks, amazing in like every way.
Yep.
Production gets weirder on there and stuff like that, as you was kind of talking about.
Yeah.
So it was really good. Yeah. I mean, there's not much to say about it. The song's super popular, well known, super great.
And then we go from there to
Skewed on a Barbie.
Skewed on a Barbie, which I love. And I can't just slide past the opportunity to.
Are we about to get some hate
on Raekwon because he definitely got the worst verse on this.
Lord.
Come on, dog. People keep talking about him like he's top tier rapper. He showed up.
First of all, I'm sorry. This verse is phenomenal.
He get washed.
Washed? How you get washed?
Not washed. I mean, that's too disrespectful. But I don't think he's as interesting as Big Boy or Andre. That's all. That's all.
I mean, I'm sorry. I think this is a great song, and I think these verses are fantastic.
Yeah, you're not about to use this to slight the man. This ain't the song to do it.
Yeah, I don't understand how you can hate on the Raekwon verse. The Raekwon verse is great on here.
Nah, it's good. I'm not. It's
No,
good.
it's great on here.
It's
Oh,
great.
it's great on here.
You still trying to
It's
slight
great
him,
on
huh?
here.
No,
It's
it's
good.
I don't understand how you can slight that.
Dog, because I just like Andre and Big Boy much better. I really don't understand the Raekwon greatest.
I like Big Boy the
rapper
most on this
something.
song, but Raekwon is amazing on this song. I don't even understand what you're talking about, man. What do you came on this like saying?
Deliver this through your audio,
Ghetto Mafioso, blow hydro, then back. Come on, man. What are you talking about, man?
Yeah.
Then he gets harder later on in the verse. When he's like, fly, he's like Ronaldo, fly ride, yo, shit, look at what then glide, yo. Come on, man. That shit is dope.
It does. It's dope. It's a dope verse. It is a dope verse.
You are crazy.
I said it's a dope verse. What, I'm crazy. I said it's a dope verse.
No, you try to slay
you started
Raekwon
off
shit.
at good.
Yeah,
It's a dope
keep changing.
verse, bro. It's a dope verse.
Yeah.
All right, I recant. I'm sorry. No Raekwon hate. Raekwon kills it.
No, we can
right.
hate on Raekwon, just not for this. I mean, you
You're
can hate
right.
on Immobilarity. Immobilarity was a huge letdown, but we're not gonna hate on this. So yeah, no, nothing bad to say about this song. Nothing bad to say about this part so far. Equipment Eye, amazing.
Yeah. And then Andre's last verse, I mean, is amazing. To me, that's if I'm picking a verse to show off Andre's skills, I'd pick Equipment Eye's last verse or the synthesizer verse.
I was about to say
the elevator verse.
synthesizer is my joint.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the next one. So both of these, like I said, Andre really shows out in this album to me.
Yeah, that's fair for sure.
This album, this number one, dog. This album number one, dog.
100%.
Yeah, no, for sure. This album's number one.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love this album. I mean, I don't know. I love AT so much. But yes, but I hear what you're saying. I forget that, even when you look at the track list, it's like, okay, so these like all my favorite Outkast songs on one album. Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because like if I picked my top 10, 8 of them or something would be out of this album.
Right.
You bought this album for Christmas one year, like second album I ever got.
So, hey, look at me, man! I'm amazing.
Yeah,
I'm
amazing. You got it for I think both of us because I had this disc. We had a CD player in our kitchen, and I left it in there. And anytime I was washing dishes, I had to wash dishes. I just hit the equipment on. I turned the equipment on.
Hey, that's good. Older brother in right there.
Yeah. Slump. What y'all think of Slump? Is it a skip to you or?
It's not great. It's good.
Yeah, it's hard to judge on these albums when you have every song. To me, a lot of these songs are like, I don't know. If I made 100 great hip hop songs, I'd probably throw half this album in there. So it's like, so it's hard for me to sit up here and be like, Slump, okay, yeah, and if I listen to this album, I'm skipping it only because I know they got another fire song coming.
Yeah, but I like this song. I don't skip it. I like it. I like the hook.
Slump.
A good song.
But Andre's not on. Is that y'all feel like is that the issue?
No, I just never loved it. I never loved it.
Right.
They got some songs on this album, dog. So I can always find a better one than Slump. That's the thing. Like,
okay, because this is the other conversation we're gonna have is Andre's lack of work that we're gonna talk about because he's not on Slump, he's not on West Savannah. And we're going to talk about, I mean, after we get through this album, maybe we could talk about, does his lack of work hurt his position in the all-time, list?
Oh, yeah, it definitely does. But Slump better than West Savannah. Slump is like a 7.5 song. West Savannah is like Slump is like an 8.5 song. And West Savannah's like a 7.5. That's about as low as I could go on this album, man.
I love West Savannah's.
I like West Savannah, man. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I like those songs, but I like Slump.
I feel like every time it's like Big Boy and Sleepy, They do great. That's why I really was disappointed in the album they did together recently, because like throughout their history, when they get together, it's always like great, but the album was not that. So,
and it's hard to you was talking about Andre not working a lot. I mean, I don't miss him on Slump, so I didn't think he was like missing. And then he comes back on Art of Storytelling, so it's like, okay, well, I guess I can't say nothing bad.
Yeah,
amazing song, great song, top 5 Outkast song.
which one y'all like better, part 1 or part 2?
Part 1.
I like part 1 better.
I like part 2 better. Maybe I'm crazy to say that, but
it's gotta be part 1, man.
I love them both.
It's gotta be part 1, man. Part 1 just. I remember like when I first heard this, man. This song's amazing.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I guess I just like the more upbeat, like crazy. I don't know, like just the way Andre comes on part 2 was always.
That's how I feel about Synthesizer, but this one, I don't. The way it's mixed is like crazy, so you like gotta really listen to what he be saying. Like that's why I do like part 2 a lot, but I still gotta go part 1, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Shout out J. Cole back over this beat.
Yeah.
J. Cole has rapped over like every classic beat.
Yeah, no. Just gotta shout out my mans when I can. You feel me?
All right, and then we get
his version is not good.
Then we get to the worst song on the album, is Mama Sita. No, it is good, man. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, pretty good.
And then
Mama Sita's the worst song on it.
It's terrible.
Let's not even mention this. I like to act like this song don't exist when I listen to this album. Normally.
All right, and then we get to Spodioti. And Bryce, you were saying how you like how rappers could just talk and make it sound cool, and I feel like Spodioti is like the
exactly
definition of that. Because they just like it's like some real spoken word type stuff they just do.
Yeah.
It's
amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing what they're doing with it.
Yeah,
the stories are great. That's what you said. Big Boy don't be on the stories, but like I was like, hey, that is how it is. Like it's amazing. So.
Yeah, no, I love Big Boy's story on this one. I just think as overall, he's not as good at storytelling as Andre, but I love his story on this one.
Well, he just don't never take it to the. I mean, I think Andre is just better at getting into the emotional stuff because he does it. It seems effortless.
Yeah.
So, or certain emotions that make you think in a way maybe you didn't expect to.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just this whole thing is like it's like you could picture the story he's telling. It's just like it's like 3 people just got hauled off in an ambulance. One dude started busting. Who else want to mess with Hollywood Court? Like it's just like. It's just I don't know, like it makes it so interesting.
Definitely
follow
seen
the story.
Definitely seen that.
You can see it, yeah. Like,
but I feel that way about the Big Boy verse on that one.
Yes. Well, Big Boy's because his is that storytelling is more like almost like giving advice, more of a conversation, almost like he's having
He talking about how he felt like he cheated that whole over that presidential.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, I can understand that.
But then he's like, then it's like, you can't, what did he say? Can't gamble feeding, your baby off.
He told a story about how he got with the girl, how he had, had a kid, changed his life or whatever. So
yeah,
they talk about the UPS with the cloudy pids.
yeah. So it's just.
I was like, I remember hearing this as a kid and being like, it makes your piss cloudy, like. Like no wonder you failed the drug test.
All right. So what about let go from there? Y'all scared?
Oh, I love Y'all Scared.
Fan, Bryce, you a fan?
I love Cujo on this.
Cujo on this.
I don't really know these other people, so I'm kind
of. You're not a fan of Goody Mob. Oh, we're gonna have to
Goody Mob.
We're gonna have to review Goody Mob then.
Just Not aware of all of them.
No,
They
I
on
mean,
every
Gip got
Outkast
great. I
album.
love Gip. I love
Yeah,
Gip
they
too.
are.
Gip is great, man. I love the way Gip rap. I love the way Gip talk.
Yeah,
I
I
just
like
love
it.
Gip.
I
Gip
like
has
it.
got that personality.
And I like CeeLo, obviously I like it, and I like CeeLo. I'm usually less of a fan of Cujo.
Like, cause Cujo be having, I like Cujo too, man. Cujo and Gip are my favorites, man. I mean,
oh
I love
really?
CeeLo too. I love CeeLo too.
CeeLo is the
In the
best,
group
clearly.
setting, I always love Gip and Cujo on some, like, there's just certain songs Cujo will just be right, and you be like, dang, Cujo like really killed this song
Yeah.
without even, like, so it's just interesting.
All right. But honestly, that's one of my lesser favorite songs. I mean,
That's fair. I mean,
so,
yeah, that's fair. If we talking about like a bunch of these being S tier, and that's like A or B tier, that's fair. But then you got Liberation.
Yeah.
And
I love Liberation.
That's like epitome. Like, I love Liberation.
Now,
I remember
my
listening
thing
to
is,
this a ton.
whenever I hear this, I always think this is gonna be the end of the album. To me, this sounds like an outro. Like when I hear it, it sounds like an outro. Don't it? I mean,
So you think, where do you think Chunky Fire should be? Because I like where Chunky Fire ends and how the song ends does end kind of the album. So I hear what you're saying. Liberation slows it down a lot. But I mean, I don't know. You get the 8-minute song. So you saying Chunky Fire should be before Liberation?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know where Chunky Fire fits because it doesn't really fit the rest of the sound of the album either. But
if it's another place though, what if it was what if it was after
like Rosa Parks or something?
It was after West Savannah, before the Art of Storytelling.
Then it would be still, that would be maybe it fit after part 2, the Art of Storytelling part 2. Maybe that would fit there.
You just drop Mamacita, that'd be great.
Just drop Mamacita. Yeah. Then it'd be a perfect album. Yeah. So yeah, but I love. We love Liberation, and I love Chunky Fire too. How y'all feel about Chunky Fire?
Great. I love both those songs. Liberation is one of my favorite Outkast songs.
Oh man, should I get off my take or just let it ride?
Go ahead, man.
I'm not a huge CeeLo fan.
Oh, okay.
His
so you're really not gonna like Goody Mob. You're really not gonna like Goody Mob.
CeeLo's voice kind of annoys me.
His voice annoys you? Like, see, you don't like when he sings.
Yeah, nah.
Do you dislike his voice when he raps? Like on Get Up, Get Out? Like, do you dislike his voice?
That don't bother me as much. It's just the high pitched singing.
To me, he makes a song.
Not to me.
I don't know if he makes a song.
I mean,
it's the combination of all of them, man.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you got, what's the name? Is that Cujo talking? Yeah. All of that stuff, even all of those aspects, make all the song great. Like, I don't know how you could take any of that out of Liberation and make it, and try to say it was like anything different. Like, I love everything about that song.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. You can't cut nobody off it.
And we haven't been talking about who produced which songs, but I mean, Outkast produced Chunky Fire, and
really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
And that's a
that's a weird beat.
Weird beat, exactly. Weird beat, and this, I feel like it leads, because we're going to talk about Stankonia, and I feel like it leads
the guitar right at the end of it, like a lot.
Yeah.
I love Chunky Fire, so.
I mean, they produced Liberation too. Outkast did.
Liberation is good, but production-wise, I don't know. Except for the part where they had to shake the load off. That's like I don't know what part of it would stand out production-wise, really.
But I was
having the people
a lot
come
of
in when they do and leave and things like that is part of production. So
that's what I'm saying. And because we'll talk about that as we go with a lot of their albums, they have a lot of that. Like, especially as we get to, if we get to Love Below and stuff like that, there's a lot of that. Like, when do people come in, this, that, like, it's like, I think they're doing a great job of producing the group, they'll have all these different people on this song, and to say that they produced it, I think that's even more impressive than it's just like a dope beat.
Yeah, man. If I had a time machine, I would like to see their recording process. Did they record this one in the dungeon also, or were they already out of there by then? This is like I like I said, love this album, of course. At this point, they've probably got money and they're famous, and it's like then how you come back and be so much like not. It's like you just took it to a different place. Like it never was there. I never heard the album or anybody's album sound like this. When I heard this,
still
it was
today.
like so weird. And I mean, they've done, I think other people have done the type of stuff, but yes, I mean, not executed at this level. So I love this album, of course. It's just one of the best albums ever.
Yeah. I think it's one of the best albums ever. Clear 10 to me. Only Hurt by Mamacita. And that's not enough to me to,
No, because the other ones are just too high, man. Too many like I said, you made a list of like top 100 hip hop songs. Yeah. I would have to put at least 5 of these on there, man. I mean, the art of storytelling has to be on there, man. Like, just look at the list of songs you have to put on there. You got to put. I think Rosa Parks would be in there.
Yeah.
I mean, how many Southern?
I love Scoot on the Bar
collabs you got. Scoot on the Bar, got to be in there to me.
And then Equipment and Synthesizer to me is
Synthesizer probably should be in there. I mean, and I think Synthesizer might be on the line,
right? Yeah.
But and like that's just a lot. That's those songs are way up there for me.
So heavy hitters.
This is interesting because we were talking about the whole if you got like super dope songs, but you got a lot of skip tracks. How you rank your album. And I feel like this conversation comes into play when we talk about Stankonia. Because I'm just going to say it right now, I think Stankonia is a bad album, but it still has songs that are like super classic.
I'm not a fan. But as we get into this point, can we
pick it up next week?
Yeah, pick it up next week. Yeah, for sure.
I was thinking the exact same thing. We did 3 albums.
Yeah. So, all right, we're halfway through. All right, so we covered their classic album. We'll cover the later part of their career next time, then. All right.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts before we get out of here?
Nah. I don't know. I feel like we might have missed something on our list. No. Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, well, there's plenty of stuff on this. We didn't get to.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But all right,
sounds good.
Then like and subscribe. Let us know what y'all think down in the bottom.
Like and subscribe.
And we'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.